Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee!
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Yeah, Friday free show, Mediocre Time. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha is on vacation in the beautiful Georgia mountains, if that's a thing. Butler is filling her spot. It will be named Sam, but it will be all Butler today. Seth Petruzzelli on the couch. I'll fix his camera here momentarily. Seth, you were running late, ran in here real hot. What happened?
Yeah, I was late. Obviously, I had an accident at home. Not an accident, but it happens sometimes in the morning when I mean, you saw it was like muddy last time I went in here. Like it was real stuck to the seat and stuff like that. Like, it does that to my cheeks. And I just didn't feel comfortable with just wiping with a wet wipe and using my bidet, so I just had to take a full shower. And it made me right on
I
time.
couldn't tell you the last time I had to take a shower after I shit.
Yeah, because it was that bad.
I also like that we're right. That's the topic. The song's not even done playing.
Well, you asked me.
I know. It's my fault. It's absolutely my fault. But welcome to the show, everybody. We're glad to have you. We're missing Sam, but certainly we're going to do our best to bring you a really fun, super fun Friday. A lot has been happening here. It's a little sweaty. It's a little discombobulated. I am on tilt.
I am
Because of you knuckleheads. I'm full.
Well, we're going to talk about all this.
We got a lot to talk about.
But first, I want to talk about my gripe
God.
with Sam because, and we'll talk about this on the BDM show when she gets back.
Yes.
But for a person that's terrified of getting killed at all times, she went to a cabin in the woods on vacation, and that I refuse to accept.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, well, which one is it?
Also,
are you scared of dying, or are you tempting your fate?
She's also the only person I know that went to and drove out in the middle of nowhere into the wilderness with her husband to go on a tour with some old lady with a bow and arrow for Hunger Games. That old lady could have just had her sons come out of the trees and killed everybody. It sounds very much like a scary scenario. Anything to plug or get out of the way here?
I will talk about this. And Juan, if Juan's in the chat room, call up the show only because we got discombobulated this morning.
Oh boy, did
for
we.
A bunch of things. Yeah. But one is my phone broke this morning.
Finally, his phone. We've been limping on this phone.
It's an iPhone 10.
How old is it?
I told him a 10.
I'm waiting for the 13 before I change it.
An iPhone 10 is like 3 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
I went to get a new one, and the guy at the AT&T store said, "You wait till December, you'll get the upgrade option." And then I go, "Okay."
That's the only time I think it's beneficial to be an early adopter and be like a tech nerd. Is that like Andrea knows that I don't like waiting, and plus for some reason, every time a new Apple model rolls out, I think because I was an early adopter, I got the first iPhone, they give me this deal where they're like, yeah, you get to trade it in no matter what. So every year I get a new phone.
Yeah.
And it increases like if I get a bigger one.
But you're paying the most amount of money.
Yeah, I am paying the most amount of money, but I get to trade it and I get something for this one. They give me a new one, and I just kind of do that because I realize that these phones, and we use them so much, I realize it's going to get screwed up.
Honestly, and this kind of goes in the theme of today's show, and
it's
talk
so
to
hot
Seth
in
about
here
this.
after what happened before Seth just got here.
It's best
I'm literally
possible.
sweating my balls off.
So anyway, I want to thank everybody who bought a Tom and Dan coloring book.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We were able to raise $5,000 for Yellow Brick Road Foundation. I wrote them the check this week and sent it to them.
We might have spent $52 of that minus a 15% discount earlier today. I'm kidding. We did not. We did not.
And so it's cool that you guys bought the coloring books, and like I said, everything went to Yellow Brick.
Yep, every penny.
All the and then we donated all the shipping and everything. So Yellow Brick got $5,000.
Yeah, thanks to Vintage.
That's gonna do a lot.
$5,000. That's awesome.
Vintage printing it out. Eric Pabone and Eddie Bass for their amazing artistic direction. Those guys are incredible. So we're lucky, man.
So thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Makes you feel a little bit better considering the fact that COVID really fucked up all of our fundraising this particular year. But we're trying to double back and at least make up a little bit of it because I know those kids count on us to do some stuff. And now I feel like we got like a job.
100%.
We work for Yellow Brick Road now, man.
And we're going to do more as things move on this year and stuff. And we actually talked to Jordan at Publix the other day about like, hey, maybe we could do something and raise some more money.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool. It's like an athletic charity for the young kids. They need like EKGs and stuff in order to get on the field and get sports going in Central Florida. And a lot of them can't afford it, so we'll be maybe doing some of that too.
So, Seth, how you doing?
Seth Petrozelli. There he is.
Now I blame you, Seth, for not.
There he is. Seth Petrozelli, everybody, on the show.
I wanted to have a private conversation with you about this.
Off the air? Is
off
this
the
an
air.
off air? You're going to run it.
You're
becoming what you hate. You realize that, right? You're becoming it.
Well, if your phone worked, you could text me. I don't know.
Why don't you rip your sleeves off now and just roll with it?
No. I wanted to ask you about this before you came in, but you gave me no time because you came in literally as we were playing the intro of the show, so I can't. But now it's cool to talk about the thing.
Can we talk about the thing?
Racist thing?
Yeah.
The whole it's on the BDM thing. So
well, this is not the BDM show.
This is wide open,
the
baby.
BDM show has a certain paywall behind it, and that's our most trusted listeners. So there's a be cool, bro. This is out in the open. Well, I mean, anybody can listen.
Yeah, but that's what if you're really going to do this right. You
want to
go.
I do, but that's why I'm not posting on my Instagram, or she's not posting on her Instagram, because that's all personal. The same people that listen to this are the same amount of scumbag as the people that listen to the
I don't know how to take that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if we're allowed or not. Now.
It is, but it's the people that don't want to spend $1.95 a month. So at least $1.95 at least.
Well, this is more money, but you're getting more for.
Here's what
money.
I would say.
I mean, you're not out here showing movies.
As a fat guy, as a fat poor guy that doesn't want to spend $1.95 on Tom and Dad, I would spend every bit of the money I have on Tracy's product.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Her art.
Well, we didn't plug it yet.
No.
It's really hard to find, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't
know why it's so hard to find.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to find, but once you find it, it's really hard.
I don't know.
We searched the name on the front of OnlyFans, and it doesn't come up.
Nobody said OnlyFans.
Sorry.
What the fuck are you doing?
There it is.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
I thought he gave me the okay.
We got Boner Joe over here.
He gave me a wink.
No, he didn't. No, it's not a wink.
My butthole is puckering.
That's his eye cancer.
You got some weird seizure.
I do that sometimes.
You have eye cancer.
So
it's a tick.
Whoa, what are you doing?
So, bro. Yeah. So,
okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay. Oh,
it's fine.
So, on Monday's BDM show.
Really weird.
Okay, because this is
the most awkward.
No, hold on.
I don't know why.
This is the future because
this is the future, and the thing that happened before you got here literally will change how me and Tom and Butler all look at each other ever again. We had a moment where we are now bonded in time. Yeah. We are now three brothers.
I was like Eskimo brothers.
Like we had a moment where our minds were fused together.
It was the most
energy fused.
Excited and we,
I've never
What
felt.
would you guys do?
Well, this has a little.
I've never felt that much collective energy, and I've never. It was like a Wilhelm scream. Like we were like, I felt like I was being lifted onto.
Butler's best day at work.
It is. I felt like a beam of light came down on the three of us standing in a circle, and we were being lifted onto a vessel in the sky.
Now, there's a little bit of we kind of feel a little, maybe a little more open. Samantha's on vacation, so we've
been pooping and peeing with the door open.
Yeah. Butler goes full R word every day.
Like I got this. I got the Pecker Party confetti gun, and I shoot confetti in the sky.
That's a really cool.
White peeing in the lobby.
We do whatever we want now. But
sounds like a better time, to be honest.
It'll go down fast.
A lot of money. It's not a better time.
We've now spent $40 on our OnlyFans because we lost the password on the first one.
I lost my password.
Shut up.
By the way, we need a refund on the first
one. I need a refund on mine. And it's a fake email account. It's Russ Rollins 69. You're going to have to delete it. You have to delete it. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm very sorry.
So
it was never him. It was always me.
Okay, so we were doing our morning prep, and then if things are off because I don't have my phone. So I usually write notes for a Friday show on my phone. I can't get into anything, right? So I'm trying to scramble. I'm like, what should we start with? I want to talk about Seth and his whole not paying for the plane ticket thing. And
we had
we'll go into that.
It's funny that we will get to that, but you put us on tilt because we were going. We had this whole direction we were going down. We're writing and we're coming up with concepts and we're outlining what we want to do, and it felt very much like what you and I would have done in the old school in radio days.
Yeah.
So we're organizing what we wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So I'd lost my password, and we were going to use that as part of.
So on the BDM show, and we'll explain, and you can go back and listen to it if you're a BDM. We talked about, we called you, we talked about Felicia's fight and everything, and how you were feeling, and we
know she's down. We know you were down.
It's a very serious conversation.
Obviously, our heart goes out to Felicia because she didn't do what she didn't execute what she had intended.
Yeah,
but she will, and we love her, and we'll see what happens.
And then that led us into talking about this OnlyFans. And by the way, maybe I won't even the BDMs can find it. If you are a BDM, you could find it. And that's all I'll say.
So you're making them.
I
gotta
sign into our.
You gotta sign into
before you get there.
You gotta sign into Only Dads to get to OnlyFans.
No, I'm sure you could use
another $2 more.
Ask Seth or whatever.
Look, if you want to know, and you email me with proof that you signed up for a $10.95 BDM membership, I mean, what do you want? What do you want?
And then so we signed up for it, and your girlfriend decided she was gonna do some painting.
And I really feel like I'm the mastermind behind this because every genius, and yes, she is a genius. I've seen her work, and trust me, the three of us think she's a genius.
Yeah.
My Jesus Christ on a crutch.
So then the pictures that were up on Monday were of her
painting,
and
tasteful in a gown,
in lingerie, right?
And in a long gown that Cruella de Vil, like a very sexy kind of a 30s. I was thinking, like a cigarette on a stick,
that's very sheer,
a very kept woman, paint me like one of your OnlyFans girls.
And so this honestly, then that's what we saw on Monday. And then we never looked at it again.
Well, it was honestly a no big whoop scenario. Yeah, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I've seen beautiful women in lingerie, and she is one of them, and I've got work to do here, sir.
And then I thought of the joke, is as I age, I'm becoming full 90s radio, blow my sleeves off.
You're there.
And then I'm like, how I'm going to talk about Seth's girlfriend's OnlyFans.
You're basically Bubba the Man Cow.
No matter how much I starve myself, I'm fatter and fatter.
It doesn't matter. Have you noticed that I'm getting shorter and uglier? Have no control over it. It's just happening.
And then so I thought of this whole thing. I was like, well, I'm gonna tell Seth what Tracy needs to do on her OnlyFans.
I love that he's peeking behind the original, because this was what we were originally going to do.
Well, the original was burping.
Yeah. There is no burping.
Get the fuck out of here.
She has some good burps.
And then when she went lingerie,
but her art is better.
Yeah. Then I was like, all right, lingerie, painting, I can, that's fine. But then,
it's cool. Yeah.
But then I was like, well, I need to coach her on what she needs to do to blow up her OnlyFans account and start making more money than Seth, because nothing will make me more happy than she's making more money than Seth.
I hope so too. That would be great.
Well, I mean, you got
be
the
careful
talent.
with that.
I've seen kids playing pee-wee softball or baseball, and I'm like, that. See, I can't even talk. I'm like, that. Look at that little motherfucker. Look at him go. He's going to be in the majors.
And there's something to be said for. Be careful what you wish for about your 22-year-old girlfriend making more money than you do. That's a bad sign.
She might tie her lingerie to rocket.
And so I was gonna do this whole bit of like, I'm gonna give her give you guys advice of what she needs to do to spike her OnlyFans numbers, because the lingerie. I thought it was Joe rip my sleeves off. Yeah. And so then I was like, Daniel, what's that? Log into the OnlyFans so we can look at it again.
So I go to, because I had logged in through Twitter, because they give you different options.
Yeah,
you can go
Facebook,
through
Twitter,
Facebook, and then Google. So I went through Twitter, and then for whatever reason, because I have so many accounts on here and so many passwords and garbage, and it locked me out. So even though it'll log me in, it won't give me a record of ever subscribing. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Something's screwed up. So these guys start getting really getting a little angry with me, demanding a password.
No, because time was running out. I wanted to look at it.
He's like,
no, not only for the show.
I need to look at this before the show. No respect.
And so Daniel couldn't get in. Then I'm like, I'm yelling at Travis. Travis, sign into the goddamn OnlyFans
to sign up. I go, just sign up
and
again.
Then
I'll get Seth to kill my account. You sign up again, and Travis like, I don't want. My wife will. And I'm like, well, use your TravisAtTomandDan.com email. She looks at that, bro. He got all freaked out.
So I was like, use Tom and Tommy. So then we get in there, and then it won't accept our Amex, and we're like, God damn it.
So
I need to come.
You need to go through here.
It's like a strip mall Chinese restaurant.
And look, there's nothing more American than boobs, and American Express. They won't let me in there. I don't know.
They fucking take Discover, but not American Express.
Fuck that.
And so then finally Travis signs in, and then we get into our.
Now, do you want to walk through what happened?
Only can't. Only
can't.
Was that a real slip? Was that a real fucking slip?
You do look over at him. Hold on. I can't take it. He's dying. Okay, so, can I take it from here? You want me to take it from here? Yeah. I'm in here, and I have to edit commercials today because Sam's not here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm realizing all of these things that I have to do now, which is fine because look, I get it. But I'm like, oh, shit. I told Butler, I go, I forgot to fucking do best of. Like, I need to that's a lot of work. Sam compiles the best. I was like, oh, shit. So I'm compiling all that. I'm in here doing that. And then I have to edit commercial. I got to get the commercials ready. So I'm editing the commercials, and I hear Butler, and he's typing. And I'm telling him, hold on. We'll check it out, and I hear them, like, mumbling. And then I hear this. I hear... of them collectively screaming together. I can't make it loud enough. I run over to see what's happening. And what happened next will blow your mind.
So I feel a little awkward now because
for some reason I do too. I don't know.
I didn't even know that this is the future. Whether you're sitting around with your buddies and then you see their wife or girlfriend titties.
And I will say that none of us were prepared for. I'm sweating again. I did turn the fucking air on. I wasn't ready for that. These guys weren't ready for that, and we stood there in silence, frozen.
I was like, oh my god! Then I was like, exit out.
He did.
You said exit out.
Shut it out.
He's coming. I hear his motorcycle.
He's here. Shut it down. Shut it down.
And then I got scared. I was like, shut the door.
Oh my god.
Then I looked at the clock and I was like, hold on. Let's take turns checking off.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I was joking.
He was joking.
Oh yeah.
But then Daniel's like, put on Abe Lincoln's top hat.
What?
He goes,
We have a top hat in
we
there.
have a top hat in there. I
Oh,
go, we're
Jack
gonna you got to put on the top hat.
God damn it, my mouth hurts.
So we're all going to give each other turns.
We're gonna each give ourselves a couple minutes.
Goddamn Polish take a long time. This is what happens when Sam's gone.
We were not ready for that. That was it. Literally,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never
Oh,
seen Tom
man.
more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I've never seen him more uncomfortable
Yeah,
because
so then it
we
threw
didn't
off
know-
everything I was planning
It
today.
did.
Because
It,
I was like, I
everything's
don't.
gone out the window. I
So
couldn't
I was
even.
like, oh, she went for it.
Oh, she went for it.
No, but so that's what it's at. Like, that's how you make the money. There's nothing else I can say.
Yeah, it was about 1 day worth of lingerie.
I didn't know. I didn't know you were full.
It was 1 day of painting and lingerie. It was like
There's a shower. There's a shower.
It was like, okay,
There's a shower and the mother.
I will say that after going through the videos, the painting video was my original favorite. I have since found a new favorite video.
Okay.
And the one with the soap,
Oh.
I gotta tell you, that's
whipped
5
cream, sir.
stars.
Oh,
We'll watch again.
So that's
Holy
actually.
shit.
I'm gonna tell you what that is. Actually, that's
That's Ready Whip.
that was her first. That was her first custom video for a Ready Whip on her. I had to film her. She was squirting Ready Whip.
Yeah, we saw.
Hey, we're open, baby.
We saw.
Let me look
yeah.
right in the camera. We're open.
I
baby.
was wondering who was filming.
Yeah,
So that was
of course,
you.
there was
Oh
a
my
BDM
God.
that requested that.
Oh, okay. Also, yeah. The
my
BDMs.
God.
Now,
Yeah.
I fucking love you, BDMs.
I saw the BDMs that already
Keep-
get in
keep the
there, and
request
they were
coming.
making comments, but they weren't saying exactly. They were just like, "Whoa, you should see the next one," and I thought it was just some other lingerie.
That's how they get you.
Yeah,
that you
because
can
I thought
see-
they were bullshitting.
Look how excited he is. He's
Yeah.
never
I'm
been
not-
this excited. My God,
no,
it's
I'm not.
it's a boy. He's handing out cigars everywhere.
No. So,
But the rules are not the rules. She can do what she wants. She's a grown woman. She does.
Yeah,
what she
yeah,
wants.
true enough,
She's
true
just barely grown. No,
Don't say that. There's other ways to put that. She's a young woman.
I don't think boobies are a big deal. to
No,
her.
I don't
No,
know.
no,
I don't know.
listen.
But she's not showing any.
Look, more
anything.
power to her. If she can do art and do that, supplement her art income, pay for
Of
whatever
course.
she wants to do, and
Yeah.
supplement her creative aspirations.
Yeah, and maybe one day roles will be reversed, and I could be a little sugar baby.
I don't want to
type
speak
guy.
for Sam here,
Well,
but
you
I
gotta
think
start,
I will speak for
showing
Sam
something.
about like the empowerment of her doing it. I mean, she's choosing to do it. She's putting it up there. She's comfortable with it. More power to her. No shame.
Oh,
here.
100%.
Do it.
Well, she's succeeding. We already bought her paint for the next 3 months.
We're in. These motherfuckers, they did it. They did the $20, and I go, you could have saved 50% because it's not like you don't fucking like it. It's not like you bought it and you were disappointed.
well, because I didn't know
Sorry,
what
I didn't mean to
I was
scream
getting
that.
into.
No,
And I thought,
No, I'm just worried now that you can't search it. That's weird that you can't search it. That's why
Well.
she doesn't have.
what do you want to throw out there? I'll let you do
hold
it.
on a second. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I'll do it. I just don't know how that works. Wednesday collects.
Oh, my wife's in the chat room.
Uh-oh.
Babe, you need to subscribe.
You might need to put like the OnlyFans /
Oh,
Wednesday
okay,
collects.
there you go. OnlyFans.com/Wednesday collects.
Yeah, you might have to search it that way
Wednesday.
because
Well,
the search queue wasn't coming up.
Yeah, the
Now,
search
If
queue
what I
doesn't
think
search-
is going to happen, she will be collecting.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I hope
because,
so. I don't know.
well
I wanna
done.
Make some money.
Is it weird that because my email address now is in there in the system, Tom at Tom and D'Angelo, she'll see
Yeah.
that. Is that going to be
And the host I
awkward?
used to
She
work
knows
for
it's all.
emails in
She
there.
knows so far it's only BDMs that are signed up.
All right.
Because there's no other way to advertise. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to advertise.
promote it,
I don't know
yeah,
how.
yeah.
I don't know how.
Well, I
it's
mean, I can
So-
give you. They can give you the 3-option model, where they put the most expensive one in the middle, and then subconsciously you choose that. And
Now is
Works every time, baby. Works every time.
Did she decide just to go like
where was
a
the
little
tipping
full,
point?
Yeah, because on
Honestly,
Monday it was the thing,
I
and
mean,
then
it's
it
not
went
very long. I mean, for me, it's like
that wasn't really a conversation we had. It just went down and went to that, and she's like, "Is this okay?" I'm like, "Baby, if this is what you're comfortable with, it's fine with me. If it's fine with you, I'm like, I just would rather you not show your cookie to everyone."
Yeah, I get it. You know, my
That's
first
some
thought,
private.
though, honestly, my first thought when I saw it, I was like, I just saw her do a kata. Like I did. I just saw her do karate. And like now I'm seeing her in.
It might get to that, and then the shower's big and easy to clean.
Dude, naked karate katas, I'm telling you.
Also,
Naked yoga's huge.
Tracy's getting warnings in the chat group. She's trying to post like links to her OnlyFans, and the Nightbot just keeps on shutting her down.
Oh, she's in there trying to help people out.
Oh,
and
she's there?
Nightbot's a prude. And we don't know how to control it. That's a Sam thing.
You can't post links.
Oh,
so
only
she's trying to post links in there.
Listen, they'll find it. The people that want to find it, they'll find it, believe me.
Now, what do you say to people like, and I'm going to call him out,
boy,
Nate himself in the Twitch chat room who says, "Show the cookie," in all caps.
Yeah, well, everybody, you're going to get some of that.
I'm
Calm down, animal.
Just
It's
enjoy
better
the
not
peach.
to.
She's securing herself. I'm securing myself. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I know she's not going to show that. But
but I just think just like tasteful art. I mean, look, we are that show. Tom has tasteful art of his wife's nude body hanging within his, his main bathroom. I'm getting better at not saying
Tons
master.
of famous
master
models do
bathroom.
topless photo shoots.
Of course.
Literally every
Listen,
single day.
Our
it's
last first
smart.
lady did multiple topless photo shoots. Yeah, it's a thing.
This
And
is
I'm
page
not.
3 lovely.
Dude, nudity does
I
not
did try
bother
to talk
me.
her into throwing salami at her at one point, but that she
No, don't
go full minded, Tracy.
Not yet.
Also,
When
but
she's ready to
when
get
she's over-
no, seriously, if she's over it and she's made a decent chunk of change and
No,
she's
I
like,
would
I don't
never-
want to do
I
this
would-
anymore,
I would
Dude,
never.
then just you could have. Oh wait,
there is a huge fetish of like Tracy dominating you. Like a pegging scenario, or like
no, I'm not.
well, you have a really good body though.
Yeah, well, the guys. don't wanna see that.
You're all tatted up. A lot of guys would like to see that. There are gay men that would love to see you.
Or they're not all tatted. You got a Japanese diaper. That's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have any? Where does the diaper end on your near your Johnson's?
Comes right to it.
Yeah,
It comes up to it.
So the gorilla that's screaming looks like it's eating my crotch, kind of. It's like
I suddenly feel better about my tattoos.
I'm, I'll just I think it's a good business move, and I think there'll be some people that subscribe. And
I was surprised though. We were all genuinely.
now, I will go into the
Taken
topic.
aback.
and to be honest, it's making our sex life a lot better too. It's a turn on.
bad.
It's a turn on for us.
Then you start, yeah.
Oh,
I know.
next thing you know.
Tom and Dan, he wants to request.
Tom has a question. What would you like to request? Hi, this is Tom. I'd like for you to really drill press her good, Seth. And thanks so much. Here's $5.
I'll hang up and listen.
So, speaking of money, I want to ask you about this, Seth, and I did want to talk to Tracy about this. I don't know if now was she willing to jump on Zoom?
That's why I text Will. You didn't get the message, but I asked her what Zoom.
Yeah, she
login
could call or
and stuff like
Zoom or whatever. We're
easy.
Whatever's easy for
Well,
her. Maybe
it's-
call would be easier.
Okay, yeah, she
Just a
can.
quick
Will you
phone
tell me
call.
when to tell her to call, and I'll
Tell her,
text her if I-
tell her to
Well,
call
she's
right
listening.
now. Yeah. So
I don't think
Tracy,
she doesn't know the
Yeah,
number.
Butler 1-844-TOM, the letter N, Dan. Butler, be on the lookout for a phone call from our latest superstar.
and I'll explain it like this.
She'll be
So-
more famous than
Tom,
we've
the
ever been.
Number 4, Dan. Wait, what?
1-844
Yeah.
TOMNDAN.
Oh, Ann.
Or 1-844-866-6326. Thank you, Nightbot.
So
Only thing you're good for.
I want to address something with you, Seth, because this, and there's been some other instances that I've seen this in you, but the flight was the final straw for me, and then I'm worried that this is some sort of like illness that may be somehow related to the hypochondria, and then it's worked its way into money for you, and I'll explain. So we talked to Seth, and Seth flew out. The UFC apparently I was explaining to Daniel, like they're big enough now that they're just like every other giant corporation. They're cheap as fuck. And
They picked the cheapest flight.
It was weird because I compared Orlando City to it when we were working for them, and even though we were MLS, still extremely small, and we had like best hotels. We stayed in the hotel in Portland that they filmed all the sketches for Portlandia. Like it was like a really boutique crazy. We had awesome direct flights everywhere. It's awesome.
The bigger the company, the cheaper they get, and that's probably what happened to the UFC. And they gave you some shitty flight with 2 connections to Vegas, and it spent 10 hours getting out there, right? And so then after the flight, you decided, because obviously they paid for it, to fly back the same way.
Yeah.
And it was 10 hours of more misery.
12 hours.
12 hours of misery.
Because there was a layover. In addition to that, there
So-
was a mechanical error. which
So
we
an
had
extra
witnessed.
2. That's
Yeah,
great.
it was fucking
10,
fun.
then 12. That's insane.
It was fucking
I got to fly to the DR, and Andrea told me it's 3 hours, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was that far.
Yeah. And so, and then I was like, well, you knew that it was going to be miserable flying back because you did the same thing, like, why didn't you just pay for the flight? And you're like, I didn't want to do it since it was already free from them, and I decided just to save the money. So I then thought to myself, well, maybe the flights, because the end of the pandemic, I've heard that flights are crazy expensive now, and the prices are up, and I was like, maybe it was like at some sort of point where Seth was like, oh, I'm not spending that. I'll just, do the 12 hours. So I went to Travelocity or Expedia or whatever, just searched one way because you only needed a one way.
Yeah.
Now you and Felicia were flying together.
Yeah, 2 flights.
Which even
2 tickets.
furthers my point, because obviously Felicia's coming off of a lost decision, not the best mood. So why put her through 12 hours of shit flights on the way back?
Yeah, that's just like beating her head in it.
Pony up for a one-way ticket back direct. Straight from Vegas to Orlando, right? Because there has to be one, right?
Yeah.
So I went to Expedia. I put in the thing. I was like,
I didn't want to stop for food on the way back from OLE. Just take me home.
Yeah. So one-way ticket from Vegas to Orlando. Now it is a red eye, but some ways that's better. It's like 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. You just fly at night. Just sleep on the flight.
I don't sleep, just so you guys know. So that would be
you're a nervous flyer. Well, you take enough drugs, you will.
Here's the difference. It's 4 hours instead of 12 and a half hours. So who cares? Like, even if you didn't sleep when you land, whatever. One-way ticket from Vegas to Orlando, $135. $135.
Really?
And there's 2 options. There is Spirit Airlines and Frontier.
Oh, come on. You ever flown
but still,
on those?
he's just
they're not sponsors, I hope, right?
Yeah, but he's also
good.
he actually their family takes Frontier all the time because it's just it's a cheap, quick flight.
Seth,
then that proves that I'm not cheap, because I don't want to sit on a cheap ass airline with like garbage cans for seats. And
but you're home quick is his point.
Instead
of
what'd you fly? Delta?
It's 8 extra hours. It's not that much better, man.
You gotta fucking line up.
Oh, bullshit. There's tons of legroom in Southwest, just so you guys know.
Yeah, but 2 layovers, 12 and a half hours on Southwest is less than 4 hours on Frontier. I'm just saying, for the price of $270, you could have flown home in 4 hours with you and Felicia.
And I would have got Felicia to pay me back. Yeah.
I'm sure she wants someone to. And also, I was like, listen, this is not. Some people can't afford it. Saying some people just can't afford the extra $270, and that's fine. And you're trying to save money, you're trying to save up for things. You don't have the extra scratch.
Yeah.
I looked up Seth Petrozelli's celebrity net worth.
I did too. I know exactly what you made for the Kimbo fight. Finally.
Yeah. And then
does it actually show my net worth on there?
It says a number. It says between 1 and 5 million. I don't know.
Tell me if I'm right on the Kimbo fight. He got half a mil, and you got 35 up front and 15 to win.
No, that's
not right.
That's false. I got 100,000 flat. I got 105,000 flat for that fight.
Oh, wow.
Some more. Yeah.
Oh, he is rich.
Well, then
I girlfriend.
Also,
she's on line 1. Great.
I got 35. Yeah. And there was a knockout bonus.
We got Tracy. If you want to talk to her.
Tracy, are you there?
Well,
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, you doing, Tracy? No.
Hold on, now I feel bad.
Why you feel bad? Tracy is the hero in this.
I know she is, but
you're about to be rich.
I didn't like the I'm here because I'm like, oh, fuck.
Are you all right, Tracy? Are you cool? I just want to make sure, because this whole thing, you're like, this whole radio podcast
At
thing.
At the end of this, we shut the lights off and we go home and don't care.
Yeah.
And other people don't, so let's not let you be collateral damage, right? That's fair.
Honestly, Tracy,
it's okay.
I'm the only reason I'm talking about this seriously is to get as many people to subscribe to your OnlyFans as possible, so you're rich as hell.
I'll tell you right now, it's a value.
Yeah.
That's a Dan Dennis guarantee.
I want you to be making $2,000 a month in passive income,
and then bully Seth. That would be our dream.
Yes.
Oh my god.
really
So
you have a better car than him.
So as long as you're comfortable with all that, we kind of already talked about it. So go back up. The cat's out of the bag, but it's okay, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So, but the real reason I wanted to talk to you, Tracy, is I want to kind of interview you because I'm worried about Seth, and I'm worried that he has a problem, which I have now termed mentally ill cheap, right? Because there are people in life that I've run across that because it's not about saving money or budgeting or because Andrea is the greatest budgeter of all time.
Oh my God, is it like my fears? Is it almost like irrational cheap?
Yes. Because
We were really alike, man. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because like Gilbert Godfrey, right?
She
Like,
doesn't know.
seriously,
No, but you do the things he does.
it's legend. He's legendary.
She doesn't know who Gilbert.
Well, yeah, it's this old comedian that's different. Remember
Oh, this Affleck guy.
Yeah, the
that's how much you might remember.
parrot in Aladdin. I don't know if that may be too old for you too. Not the Will
Yeah.
Smith Aladdin, the old Aladdin.
She hasn't watched 2D
No.
animation.
All right,
Are you
sorry.
The old Aladdin.
Anyway, it's this comedian. He's a millionaire, and he used to take the big red bus to his gigs because he didn't want to pay for the plane flight. And you're like, why are you doing this, Gilbert? You're a goddamn millionaire. And it's because he didn't want to spend the money on the plane flight, so he'd take a 12-hour big red bus across the country, and it's like, you're mentally ill at this point. Because it's not even about saving money. It's about not wanting to spend it, and your time is worth more than this is ridiculous. Anyway.
And old Aladdin is what my dad called Osama bin Laden. That's what it is. You did. He was a horrible man.
So
Okay,
and
that it's
Osama.
is that
My
okay
dad
that
was-
it's racist against?
No, well, he's a terrorist. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it okay to
I don't know. I'll let other people sort that out.
so
You
and
sort it out. I don't care.
And Tracy, I've met other people. I've had friends before that are like this, where I've had friends that have tons of money, but will drive around town looking for the gas station with the free air.
My
on
dad
it. You
would,
know what I'm
my
saying?
dad would drive to
Never
Barberville from DeLand in order to save a couple of cents at the Sunoco or at the Unical store. Like remember 76?
Yeah,
See, that's
yeah,
how
yeah.
old I am. The 76 stations?
Yeah.
They don't even have them anymore. But my dad would drive to Barberville to save 4 cents on
for
gas.
gas?
For
Yeah.
gas.
And because you're like,
Spend it, get it.
yes,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
That's what my mom
That's
would
where
say.
the
I'm
min.
not- no way I'm
Okay,
gonna
well, listen. I just want to see because this whole plane ticket thing didn't add up
But
to
time
me.
is money. The whole chat room is against you. They
Of
always
course they are.
always are.
No
but like,
shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, they're like you
spent
have
8
to
extra
understand that
hours.
the commodity, the true commodity, and it took me until like almost like the pandemic to understand this, is time. And all of this time away from all of this anguish, all this time spending, you hate flying. You're in, it's like if you hate hospitals, why spend 12 hours at a hospital? You know what I mean? Like
I get it.
the
Yeah.
commodity of time,
The
more time with
stress.
I guess it just
Tracy, more
didn't-
time filming her OnlyFans so she can get rich.
Yeah.
You know, like-
One OnlyFan video could have made 10
You
times.
could have one guy do one custom video, pay for both tickets. Next thing you know, you're just out one can of Ready Whip. No
So
big
buy
deal.
one, get one. as well.
Cheese!
I know.
So yeah, you probably have an Amex it is, but yeah, of course, this could have been a $130 expense. Anyway, so that's where it comes into, and so I need to talk to Tracy because she'll tell the truth about Seth, and then I can get to the bottom
I
of
think
it.
they're really in love.
No, I know they're in love, but
I think they really are.
but I'm not asking her to like out Seth in any way. I'm just gonna ask
no,
some
but
questions,
she sticks with him,
and then whatever.
if she's right or
No,
die,
she can tell the truth.
She's
Tell
not
the
going to sell him out.
Tell the absolute
Yeah,
truth.
yeah, yeah.
Tracy.
Okay.
Tell the
Because
absolute-
because Seth, I tried to explain to Seth, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna, because I'm not total 90s, I don't want to Shanghai him here, which I don't think you say anymore.
After you
That's
wore
very
a,
nice for you to say that.
yeah, after you put on a top hat and said, let's each take turns jacking off. I'm a professional.
I did tell Seth, I was like, hey, I think you're mentally ill cheap, and he's like, Seth's like, no, I'm not. I waste a lot of money on Amazon. I'm buying things for myself, and I'm like, but that doesn't count because
Confirmed.
again, the guy that
Confirmed.
drove around town looking for the free air bought the best of everything for himself. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
He was driving around for free air. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the irrational mental illness comes
I
in.
can see where you're going with it.
So Tracy, my first question, because I've in
Wait,
my
let her,
experience.
she wanted to say. Tracy,
Oh,
what are you
go
going to say?
Seth is not freaking cheap. Like I'm cheaper than Seth is. Like anytime we go to Whole Foods or like somewhere like that, like he always buys the most expensive. Like our freaking olive oil costs $15. Who the fuck buys olive oil?
Well, that's because
I'm consuming it. It's going in my body. I wouldn't buy that for like these guys.
well, that's
Okay, so yeah,
that
I see it.
that's because there's other mental illness of hypochondria. He's buying the $15 olive oil.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna side on you on this because if I have family over and I'm cooking like a huge meal, I buy the real organic, expensive olive oil for me, and then I go to get the cheap stuff. And I cook for the
I went the exact opposite. When I cook for my family, like I bought a turkey one time. I bought an Amish turkey one time from Petty's Meats. They're not a sponsor. We have a new meat sponsor, but I'm just telling you what we're doing. But I bought one. It was too much money, dude. I think I spent like $170 on a turkey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I bought like the biggest and best and greatest thing. Guess that's your family.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the ingredients don't have to be all the biggest.
So Tracy. My first question to you is when something breaks at home at Seth's house, does he try to fix it himself before he calls anybody else to fix it? Because this is a trait I've seen in other people with this illness.
Or get his dad to fix it. Can I throw that in there?
Yeah.
It really just depends on what it is, because like whenever the sink broke or like the drain wasn't working, like he tried like doing the drain, like unclogging it himself. But then like after 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes, it's more like an hour of like frustration and like water all over the floor, he finally gave up and decided to call
that hour of frustration is the mental illness. There's no need for that. Okay. You just call the plumber.
I like this.
It is done.
I like this example. Let me help you out. Let me be the youngest person in the room. What you should have done, called the plumber immediately, and then you get under the sink, act like you're fixing it. Enter Tracy. The frogging commences. Film for OnlyFans. Make $4,000.
Yes,
that's how you do it.
Buy a whole new sink altogether.
No, buy a whole new house. You can move out of Orlando. Where do you want to live? You live in Hawaii.
Now, people may be hearing this wrong at home, and people are like, "Well, I fix things myself at my house to save the money. Why you waste money?" This is not about that.
Yeah, you also know how to do it.
Yes,
I know how to do most of it.
If you know how to do it. Or you can afford the time that it takes to learn how to do it, or if that brings you some sort of joy to learn how to fix the sink yourself, or you know what I'm saying. But I know none of these boxes get checked with Seth. No. Seth can afford to call someone. He should have called someone. His hour worth of frustration and time trying to fix it himself.
That's time away from the gym.
Pointless.
That's time away from Tracy. Time away from the dojo.
Yeah. And I've done the math on how.
But he also, like, instead of just putting in shelves in the closet himself, he did call somebody and have them, like, professionally install, like, shelving and, like, a rack and stuff for clothes, like, jackets and stuff like that.
There you go.
So he did do that.
Yeah.
What would you call California closets?
Closet by design.
Yeah, closet by design. Yeah.
Well, they did my big master closet, and they did a great job.
I like
so
all
I was
that
like, you know what? I want the same thing downstairs. Yeah. I'm not cheap when it comes to my house.
Again,
those shits are expensive too. The closet shits, it's really bananas expensive.
That's a closet for Seth's clothes that he needs to.
He
wants to look good because he's willing to spend the best. Tracy, what about tipping? How is that at restaurants? Does he eat? Will he bring out his phone to calculate the tip, or does he look at the bill and then look at it for a while to figure out if he's getting the right tip? Because, or does he just write down? You double the first number like everybody else. Who cares if it's 15 or 18 or 22?
Okay, so I'm the one who tips the most because I used to work for tips, so I always over tip.
There you
but
go.
that's like the tip 20% on the price before taxes. So it's not the total amount. Like,
oh, dude, that's fucked up. Wait a minute, Tracy. Just so you know, he looked at me like, "Oh yeah, I'm the victim. I'm gonna win this one." And
I thought I did.
You calculate the tip before taxes.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You don't tip on the taxes.
I tip on the what? No, you tip on the ending number.
That's the taxes. That's with the taxes. You get a number. You look at the number before the total amount that has the total food amount, and then it adds $5 or $6 in taxes. You tip on
Nobody
the other
does that, right?
No. Bullshit.
You tip on the fucking total, bro.
Yeah, you tip on the total
amount of the food.
Total.
No, that's not
on the
right.
total.
The grand finale
total is tax. Why are you tipping them on tax?
I don't want Tracy to eat the taxes.
Well, Seth, it's just who cares about the $2? Yeah. That's the whole point. You're talking about
you do that enough times in a year.
No,
that's like $100.
$100 a year
that you didn't pay me last week for. So then I'm out $200.
That's what started this whole thing. Why does he care so much about $100? This guy's rich. Every time I call him, he's doing nothing. You know, rich people do nothing.
We hardly ever go out, though. Like, we don't go out anymore.
I was going to ask.
No. We have more lately, but we haven't, like, before we got our vaccine
because of COVID.
Like, we weren't going out and everything.
Yeah,
but this outdoor restaurant.
So you like COVID?
The two healthiest people I've ever seen in my life. Tracy would literally not even get a symptom. Seth, I can understand his age. It puts him in a category. Tracy, you could have gone out by yourself with your friends. Had a time
twirl through the streets. Do whatever you want.
Okay, I got another question. Hold on, I'm not done. I wrote these down. Tracy,
I don't know how you did with the boner you had earlier.
This may be, a little too personal of information, but it's confirmed you guys live together, correct?
Yeah.
So does Seth?
I don't trust you. I can hear it.
Does Seth make you contribute to rent and utility bills? Like, do you have to send him?
Why do you think she started an OnlyFans?
Do you have to?
I'm not gonna have. I don't have to have her out me for this. I'm telling you right now. Yes.
Okay, Seth, like, he wants help, but he always makes sure, like, to tell me that it's not necessary. But I want to, like, help with bills and stuff like that. Like, I've always been independent in that sense, and I've always paid my own bills.
You're an independent girl. You're doing your own thing.
No, I know, Tracy. Listen.
I feel extremely guilty whenever I, like, especially since I lost my management job. Like, I wasn't able to make, like, I wanted to make rent or, like, pay him rent, but I felt extremely guilty whenever I couldn't, but he was always like, "No, it's okay. You don't necessarily have to."
Don't necessarily. That's a little. Yeah. If you truly don't need her to do it, you go, "Look, I don't care. The only thing I need is your love."
Yeah.
You know, just don't worry about it.
But
it's
then
only
I wanted to give her a little motivation to want to. I want her to be her own woman too.
You don't say, "I don't necessarily need it."
I'm trying to teach her to be her own woman. What is this, your daughter?
I mean, but you could start an OnlyFans.
Tracy, I know for 100%, Tracy, you're your own woman. You want to contribute, and you're not about that. But there is a thing in American society, and I'm pretty sure a global society, that if you're living with someone that's twice your age, they're paying. That's the unwritten rule. And it's like if you're in your 40s and you got a 22-year-old girlfriend, they're living
keep
for
making
free.
her younger every time you talk to her.
So I'm just saying that's the unwritten agreement, right?
Yeah.
Like if your legs don't work, you get the best parking. With society agreed on that, right? That's how it works. I'm just saying, Tracy, you shouldn't have to pay anything. You should be, living in Seth's mansion and living the good life, because that's what society's determined that we do here, right? Anyway.
That's very misogynistic.
I don't mind because my dog also destroys a lot of things. So I feel bad in that sense also. So I try to help
it's the
out
dog
with that.
still having it's a demon dog.
Tracy, when you guys are out to dinner with friends,
man, you
let's
have
say,
a lot of questions. This is only page 2, and he's got like 6. My God,
when you're out,
this is his life's work.
Let's say you go out to dinner. There's some of your friends, some other friends, some couples. You're out there. At the end of dinner, because Seth, I imagine maybe, so let's say you're out to dinner and Seth's the most, let's say, influential person at the table, right?
Yes.
The most famous person, right? Because everybody's got like the
clout.
A
What's
friend
your clout
that's
level?
like the most. Like for instance, I when we go out to dinner with like a super rich friend, I don't reach for my wallet first. I'm waiting for him because he's the richest.
Yeah.
Everybody
but you
knows
act
the
like
richest
you
guy at
reach
the
for
table
it until he does it, and then you're like, "Oh, thanks, buddy."
How often does Seth go to the waiter or waitress and pay for the friend's meal?
Oh, he does it quite a bit, actually. It just depends on who it is, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like whenever we're out with Daichi, but whenever we have like Daichi's parents or something like that, we go out to dinner. Then he'll pick up the tab.
Like the
older
people, like so if you
have
have people
if
that
it's
you
older,
respect,
or like my parents.
If I have someone that I respect,
that's the crowd.
I always do that. I always do that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I do that.
Yeah.
Younger people,
like my parents and stuff like that.
So it's not too far. It's not gone yet, because some people, like Gilbert Gottfried's too far. He's never coming back.
I like to do it with Andrea's dad, and like to me, when he's looking in my eyes and I'm looking in his eyes, I'm like, I'm in control, old man. I got your daughter, and I bought the check.
Oh, yeah, it's a power
Oh, it's a power move.
Yeah.
Dinner's my game. That's what I do. I say that to him, too, just with my eyes.
So last question for you, Tracy. Does Seth ever try to sell something online for under $100? because does he list?
That's such a great question.
Because
is it worth it?
Yeah, exactly. For under $100, does Seth ever try to sell things around the house, whatever, Facebook Marketplace?
$35.
Yeah. He's meeting some BDM in his front yard for $18 rake.
Sledgehammer just needs a handle.
We don't really have anything like that to sell
Well,
for under $100. So, his motorcycle, but he's not going to sell his motorcycle for under $100.
No. It's kind of just.
It's got too many gorillas.
We don't have things like that, though.
Yeah, I'm just investigating.
No, I did say I did want to have a garage sale with all the little trinkets that
Okay.
But that's because you bring some random stuff home too sometimes.
You're flipping on her. You're flipping on the starving artist. It's the starving artist problem.
Listen.
Well, she's got about 2,000 books in a room.
Oh, God forbid she have knowledge.
The books. Burn them in the front yard. You want to burn your girlfriend's books.
I don't want to burn them, but I want to sell them.
Listen, Tracy, I'm trying to help you, and that's why we promote your OnlyFans.
Word folders everywhere.
I think you're
gonna hate them.
And we'll end with that with your OnlyFans account, because I think that you could possibly add Seth in there.
Yeah.
And
I'd watch that.
I can't do that.
I'd watch the hell out of that.
Just gotta mask up, bro.
And there's a lot of money
diaper tag.
into
Wear a bigger diaper.
Stomping on Seth or whipping him in
Kick
some
him
way.
in the balls.
Yeah,
I just want to see me get
Like
degraded.
he's in a diaper and he's shitting in it, and you're the mommy. You change him.
Yeah. There's some there's some real weirdos out
And
there.
he's like, I make brown. And you're like, I gotta change you.
Yeah. Changing his diaper.
Yeah, then you change him.
And then you're hosing him down.
in
and
the backyard.
I could have used that this morning.
I'm just saying.
See?
What
do you think of him having to take a shower after a bowel movement? What do you think?
Sorry,
He
Tracy.
giggled. I'm telling you, they're meant to be.
Okay.
They're meant to be.
Yeah, she's actually really cool though.
Yeah, but that's
Which
love.
that's
I'm
why I
telling
love
you,
it.
I'm not kidding when I say that. You can see it. Like, she's giggling at this kind of stuff. It's kind of like Andrea with me. You find that person that's
She's
okay
fine
with
my farts. She's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but
Tracy,
don't
I
question
love
it.
you,
Just
Tracy.
go with. Oh my God!
there it is.
There it is.
does he?
That's like really sweet.
Does he let you
Kind of.
know to the exact sense what the power bill was? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it was like $500-something this month, and I'm like, oh, damn, that sucks.
I just want to let her. Yeah, exactly.
Sucks to be you. I gotta go take a shower and get rich.
I just do that so that way you know what I'm doing. What I'm doing.
There it is.
I know.
$500. Tracy, thank you so much for coming on the
And
air.
being such a good sport, and
absolutely.
we're fans. We're obviously only fans. We're paid fans. We like beer.
We like beer. We like showers.
We like our friend Tracy. Wednesday collects. We like our buddy Hemorrhoid Gazette. We like English tea. Red Coat Media.
All right, Tracy. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right, bye.
See ya. Bye.
No, she'll never talk to us. again.
Oh, but we'll see.
She's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. She'll.
I think you found true love, bro.
Yeah,
Wait
she's-
until she gets real rich off of this OnlyFans.
Yeah. Are you worried about that at all?
No, I really, really, really hope she does.
Because then it becomes like, then you'll have to manage it, because then you'll have customs coming
Yeah.
through like crazy.
Then you'll be
But
paying her
it's kind
rent.
of hard if you can't search it. I don't know how that happens. I'm so confused.
It'll be found.
I'm just saying that though, like there's a stereotype here with the if you're rich in 22. You got a little more options.
Yeah,
I was just saying this.
I know.
Then there's a lot of guys that look like you that are younger and as rich, and then now they come into the
Yeah.
picture too.
Yeah, I always.
Hey, why do you got an email from Logan Paul? That's a nervous laugh.
There's Logan, Jake, there's a million
all
Pauls.
of them.
And they got mansions with 1,000 trampolines.
Oh, yeah, you
I seen it on TikTok. I was like, you got a 10,000 trampolines.
And they'll never let them know how much the utility bill was from.
How the fuck do you got homeowners insurance?
Well, I got all the Pauls here. Logan, the Sean Paul's here.
yeah. Then it's like, and then now she's a social media influencer. And they all, listen, all the influencers hang out with each other. Like now, you know,
you'll be with Gucci Berry, Daddy Long Neck.
Wednesday collects. And she's at the Logan Paul fight. She's fighting Mayweather. It's like, goddamn, Mayweather.
At that point, I'll put on diapers and poop it.
You don't need the poopy diapers anymore.
She's like, I'm beyond that
then I'm going to do it to myself to see if I can
You have to see if you can. You're like, I'll show her. I'll start my poopy diaper OnlyFans.
I won't even pay for that. I'm sorry.
You'll be emailing us. You'll be like, guys, please sign up for my diaper. I'm like, I can't get into it, bro. That last one.
Sorry, we trying to watch a movie. Lost respect for you.
Wait, as a matter of fact, don't come on this Friday.
I don't know. It was the you had a bonnet on your head. That's so weird.
Oh God. Oh man.
Okay, let's take a break because last week we went a little long. We'll take a little bit of a break. I got tons of great music this week, like really, really, really great stuff that I'm excited to play for you guys. This first song is from a band I didn't know, but a vocalist that I've known for many, many years. You'll know the name Macy Gray. She has a brand new song with D Sound. This is like the funkiest shit you will ever hear. This is my pick of the week.
It's D Sound, once again, live with Macy Gray, all the way from LA to Oslo. Let's D it.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Right.
That's good right there.
That funk song.
Yeah, get that going, and we'll be back with more on Mediocre Time right after this. Let's dance.
Tap to a little bit of Al Green. Slap to the beat, make the bass lean. Dance till we burn off the bad steam. Cut up the rug, it's a funk scene.
All right, I think we figured it out.
Fuck politicians, dude.
That is a listener friend of ours. He's in the chat room right now, actually, listening to his own song being played, which is really cool.
Oh, awesome.
That is Media Campaign from Lonesome Skyline. Hopefully I got the name of your project correct. But hey, welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
No Samantha. She's on vacation, well-deserved. Butler sitting in her position. Seth Petrozelli here. We just spoke to his lovely girlfriend about her OnlyFans, and you have something to continue on with.
On the break, we figured out that I was telling you guys, like, this is an exciting time for me because it's now we're now at a point where maybe some of your friends will have their girlfriends or wives on OnlyFans, and then we were talking about, like, if you don't sign up, then you're not supporting them. Because
Go look at my girlfriend's tits now.
Yeah, you're not supportive if you don't sign up.
Yeah, so you signing up, you're supporting, and you're like, I want to support this.
Support local artists.
Support local artists, and then then you're seeing your friends' wives or girlfriends.
Now, but they all know what you're gonna. Well, I guess you don't have to.
That could be the initial.
Everybody's
you don't have
they're
to.
jacking it.
But I don't typically look at nude women and not jag off.
That's where I want to go, right?
I don't typily like if you looked at my lifetime.
I'm conditioned for that.
Yeah, I think if you looked at my lifetime, you had to put a percentage on it. It'd be a high 99er. Right? It would be.
Yeah. Now in a certain scenario, right?
Yeah.
And you're picking up your kids from school. Yeah. Like you're in the Walmart parking lot, like old Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Oh yeah, orange juice on his jeans.
Yeah. So anyway, we have determined though it's a step too far to start requesting videos from them. Because
from us?
No, from like Tracy's OnlyFans.
Well, that's where you get a fake email.
That's how you okay.
I don't think it's wrong if you hide it from them. You're still contributing.
Okay, yeah.
But
you don't want them to know it's you.
Yeah, if you don't want them to know, then don't make it weird.
These people are letting us know who it is. They're like, oh yeah, this is so and so.
Hey, this is Dan from.
Hey, what's up? It's Steve from Porky's Barbecue.
No,
it's always
he never did that.
Well, I'm just saying.
They're like, I love you on the show, but can I see your wife squirt some whipped cream on her tits?
Well, there we go. Okay, well, I don't know. Can we talk about the?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do we know?
Because
so
you
we
can
know
request
who
a
bought?
custom video.
Yeah.
And that's where me and Butler got excited when we saw the shower. But it's just a
Wait, so
gift.
you guys were like, we can request a custom.
Well, I didn't know that was part of it
we
too.
don't have to obviously, Tracy doesn't have to accept every custom that comes in.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
picks
yeah.
and chooses what's appropriate, and
Right.
what's not, and
Has there been any weird ones?
Has there been any?
not yet.
So you've
I
done
did
every one of them.
guarantee there's going to
them
be
all.
some now.
Yeah.
So far we've done 100% of the requests that have come in.
All right,
So you have good odds. Request away.
100% of requests have been fulfilled.
Yes.
And then, all right.
Funny enough, 0 burps.
No one's a stinky burp.
But there
no.
was a trip me had to go to Publix specifically for the whipped cream to come back home. So it took time for me to go there and get whipped cream.
Nobody's feeling the burps, huh?
You probably could have used your Barbasol shaving cream.
yeah, they don't know. They're not smelling
she's
it.
she's eating it too. She's like,
I didn't watch the.
Well, it's just a given that the
you don't get the custom. That's a
The
custom.
custom went to the BDM. It was a BDM who
So
ordered
what
it.
did we get? Just a fucking P.
Well,
By the way,
no.
BDM, send it, email that to me.
No, don't do that. No, there's
Send
a way.
that to me.
There's
I want to jack off. What are you guys doing? What's happening?
Well, Samantha's gone, so it's still super horny.
I feel like Samantha's gone. It's like Lord of the Flies. We're all fighting, tearing the studio apart.
Butler did the most uncomfortable thing when we went to break. We all left.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Daniel went to take a pee. I went to the other room
What
because
did
I
he do
couldn't
while I
look
was
Steph
in
in
here?
the
I
eyes
was only
anymore.
gone for 3 minutes.
And then Butler's standing around pacing back and forth. And he's like, hey, your girlfriend's got a nice peach. And then he ran out. He twinkled toes out of here. I was like, why would you say that?
That's too far, man.
Why?
That's not appropriate.
He ended with it. It was a normal conversation. But as he was walking away, he goes,
Why'd
"Oh,
you
yeah,
say that?
Your girlfriend's got a nice peach."
A nice piece.
I thought he said peace at first. So
You know, old construction
Yes.
work. Why the fuck would you say that?
Girlfriend's got some nice looking milk bags.
She got a nice ass.
With no reason.
whoa,
That
you die.
now
That's too far.
Chopper's ruining it.
Yeah, that's too far. You're ruining
How
it.
am I ruining
You're
that?
making it weird.
Yeah.
You're making it weird. It's
That's-
implied
It's a
that
compliment.
It's implied that she looks great because
Yeah.
nobody's like, ew, like,
Yeah,
yeah. You just like you look at it and you look at the person who had like. I'll show you how to do it. If Crystal had a soapy butt OnlyFans and I looked at it,
Yeah.
I'll do it to the camera and to Tom. This is the way you look at it. I look at it. I look at the video. I watch it. Tom's like, and I'm like. That's it. It's a nod. It's an eyes to eyes. Like I'll do it to him. This is about Tracy.
You're not a
He
job.
knows.
You're not a job.
No, I just let him know.
I can't do that. You don't understand.
Okay,
That's
that's fair.
not physically possible.
It's what you do when someone buys a piece of property. You just nice investment. That's all, and then you move on. Anyway, let's do some news.
It's Wednesday collects again.
Wednesday collect. All right, news.
They'll find it, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
They'll
No way to
they'll
not find it. Yeah, here it's me.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CT is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just won't prove for long you're gonna die. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news. Narps.
News today brought to you by a brand new sponsor of ours, More Organic Meats in Lake Mary. They're a butcher shop. They're also a family farm that's farmed in Florida for generations, and they have literally they farm their own meat straight to their butcher shop, and it's a cool place to go, especially if you want some awesome organic real meat that's not stuffed full of antibiotics.
This is the best
and
sponsor you've gotten yet.
yes, I know.
A lot of people, like a lot of
We've been
people have
waiting.
told me, like, "Oh, how'd you get these guys? They have the best meats." And I'm like, "I'm very happy that we have them because I like meats."
Yeah, is it like slice or like like steak type meat.
Yeah, it's a butcher shop. Yeah, it's a butcher shop.
They make their own hot dogs.
Yeah.
They do everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, they do it all.
Yeah, all the steaks, the chicken.
They do
everything.
yeah.
In fact,
that's all like organic, like free.
Yes.
Oh, more organic. That's their name. Organic meats.
I'll give you some. They need to hit
Moore's Family Farms.
Yep. It's so they're running this Memorial Day special. They're supposed to start in June, and I was like, well, screw it. Let's just start early because
their specials. Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Like the special, I'll put it back up so everybody can see it. If you're joining us on Twitch, twitch.tv/TomAndDan Live, or on YouTube, search Tom and Dan Live. I'll put this back up. It is, you get, for $100, you get 5 hamburgers, 8 hot dogs, a pound of sausage, 3 chicken breasts, half a watermelon, baked beans, coleslaw, potato salad. You get everything
and
you
a
need.
month of Wednesday collection.
You should roll it into it. It's a bundle. We're doing an OnlyFans bundle.
And eat those meats as you watch.
No, this is amazing, man.
And then so we're doing a promotion now where we did have some leftover Reelman aprons, those green Reelman aprons, and cutting boards. So if you buy the $99 Memorial Day special, you'll get an apron and a cutting board with the purchase to tell them you're a Tom and Dan listener. And if you buy anything from there this weekend or moving forward, just let them know you're a Tom and Dan listener and you spend money. We're going to have promotional items there and stuff, but you'll get the apron and cutting board with that $99 special.
But if you drop by, let us know. Again, like this is our new, it's so crazy that this is a new thing, but you have to let us know if you stop by. Let us know how the experience was. Take a photo. Hit us up with it so we can let them know that we had people stopping by.
And so
TD Meats.
So they have their location in Lake Mary, but they're also at the farmers market in Lake Mary too, right?
Correct.
Every Sunday.
Actually, yep.
Okay, cool. So
Saturday. Every
Saturday. Sorry. Every Saturday.
It is 101 North Country Club Road in Lake Mary, Florida.
Perfect. All right, Seth, what do we got for news today?
Well, we'll go on a food subject since we're talking about food. A drug dealer whose fingerprints were analyzed by police when he shared a photo of his hand holding a block of cheese has been sentenced to 13 years and 6 months in prison.
Really?
Yes. Thank you for this, Butler, by the way. His name was Carl.
You guys are so dumb. You're both working on this.
It's like, where do I get news? I have Butler's. I know.
We need news. Hello, I got news for you.
I read a funny story and I'm like, if it's earlier in the week, I'll send it to Seth.
You don't even talk to us.
3 stories. There's 10,000 stories a minute on the goddamn internet.
It's not as easy as you think.
I'm pretty sure it's as easy as I think.
You're right, because it takes me 5 minutes at night to do it the night before today.
It's just there's news everywhere. The whole internet, the goddamn internet is news.
And
but not interesting, cool news.
It's all bullshit.
So this guy's holding up a block of cheese.
He's 39. He's from Liverpool. He sent a picture on an encrypted device of a block of Stilton, like a type of cheese.
Stilton.
He had found in a market.
Does this look all right?
But the photograph was discovered by police who used it to analyze his fingerprints and identify Stewart.
I didn't know that we had photographs that were so high quality.
Exactly.
This does not look high quality.
If I took an iPhone photo of my hand, how would you pull the?
Well, I mean,
does that look high quality?
You're looking at it from an AP photo. So.
Yeah, and it's been
go with it.
it's been degraded.
downgraded.
So if he,
So if you take just a regular smartphone photograph of your hand, they can analyze your fingerprints.
I had no idea when I read that. That's why I read that.
Yeah,
and sent
that's
it to
kind of
Seth. I
scary.
thought that was mind blowing. I was like, they
first
use
of all,
his
why would
fingerprints.
they?
It makes sense.
Why would they pick that random hand to analyze? Like, what's? I'm confused.
He's probably suspected.
Okay,
in
you know what?
So probably a suspect. They had his fingerprints, and they just went to his Facebook page, and instead of trying to track down, if he hadn't been arrested and there's no fingerprints on file, you can get his fingerprints from the photos now.
It absolutely works because if I took a picture with my iPhone and I didn't do anything weird to it, and I took a picture of my finger. And then I zoomed in, and it is a perfect fingerprint. It's like literally perfect.
Yeah. So now they got AI
right?
that.
I mean, 100%. If that was the original photo, I could see where that would absolutely work.
Well, they've been already doing this with facial recognition, right? Like they're using social media to find like.
Well, in Europe, it's huge too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the
soccer
reason
matches, they've been scanning crowds and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The reason I guess they checked it because he sent the image on EncroChat. It's an encrypted messaging service used exclusively by criminals that was infiltrated by police in a major operation last year. So there's a messaging service for criminals only?
A lot of them pop
Silk
up.
Road back in the day.
Yeah, from what I understand, a lot of them pop up, and then we have super secret, government agencies that will infiltrate them and attempt to shut them down, isolate them, find them. But they're popping up all the time.
It's whack-a-mole.
Yeah, it's like, it is whack-a-mole. It's a never-ending, as soon as one goes down, one comes up, and that will be your job until you die.
Yeah.
will be shutting down.
It's like Reddit streams.
Yeah, probably just as bad.
You can't fight the infinite internet, right? There's too many people. Like you're trying to fight.
You're stopping a tidal flow.
Hundreds of thousands of people trying to do the same thing. It's impossible.
So the best thing you can do is probably get in it and understand it and go from there.
By the way, this is going to be a hard life if you're one of these people that get crazy paranoid about the government knowing all your information.
Oh, they're out there. I know a lot of them.
Like guess what? It ain't going back. We're just going to get worse. Like to the point where everybody's going to know where you are at every second. Now, who gives a shit?
I'm starting to see it a little bit within my own family, the people that are pulling back because they're like, well, if I don't get this, I'm not going to be able to travel, and they're locking me in. And like I'm getting I can feel the level within my own family of certain relatives that are like, I'm like, uh-oh.
And not that
heading for the cabin.
Their fear is unwarranted, but there's irrational parts of it, right? Like, you have a right to privacy, but how are you going to be private in a world that your information is everywhere? I mean, you've already subscribed to getting a driver's license and like being in the system and like paying taxes and shit. Guess what? You could be found anywhere, right?
The most interesting thing right now, not to be serious because I know that's not my role in the show primarily, but there is a really interesting one that will affect podcasting, and it will affect what we're doing right here in that. And the company we link with, Libsyn, is on the forefront of this, but there is a kind of a backlash going on in the podcasting community right now because when you listen to podcasts, there's really and truly no way for you to opt in or opt out. And, if you're listening to, like, there are certain podcast companies, not Libsyn. Libsyn protects your privacy, but there are certain companies that will use your data, and Libsyn does not. So when you're listening to our show, please understand that you're protected because that's their number one kind of thing.
When you say use your data, it's just like use what you're listening to or what you're searching on.
And they really shouldn't do that without you opting in. You see the problem? The problem isn't that they're doing it. The problem is that they're doing it without you opting in and saying they're allowed to do it.
Well, that's the problem. That's been a huge problem, obviously, with Facebook.
And it's only going to get bigger. But for podcasting, it's going to get real muddy. It's going to end up, you're going to see some legislation. You're going to see some things change. And I don't even fully understand it because it changes week to week. And when I listen to these podcasts about podcasting that people go, like, let me know what you're listening to. I'm listening to like Libsyn shows and stuff like that to kind of find out where we're going with this. It's going to get weird.
Is the pushback pointless in the fact that the next generation, like my kids, will grow up not giving a shit that everybody knows their information because that's their reality?
It'll be up to us to change it right now, right?
Like, because if you're like...
You got to draw the line in the sand and say, well, I want to protect what you know about my usage, like...
That's us being concerned about it, but our
or
kids,
will they? You mean naturally?
Well, because they
probably
grew up
not
in a world of social media and the internet where it's like all your information is on there, everybody's address is on there, everybody's net worth is.
Juan's kind of right in our Twitch chat room. He says the pushback is meaningless. We're like 20 years behind at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of attempting to hold on to a little bit of privacy. I do like the idea of people opting in before people do stuff, but I think you are correct. I think that as things change so quickly that it's impossible for us to stop it. So yes, your children will not have the same.
And if society doesn't care, nothing's going to change.
We've been conditioned to care. Of course, we're concerned about that. That was our privacy the way it always was.
Oh, my pop would be freaking out. Like he didn't even like Google Earth.
My dad hated
mad
laptops.
at Google Earth.
My dad hated laptops.
Yeah, he didn't like the fact that you could look over his house and see, even if the picture was 3 months old, I was telling him he didn't like it.
I don't think my dad liked the fact that computers were movable. He liked it to be a piece of furniture that sat in the house. It's like, you can move it around? I don't know.
I was selling my Deltona house, and you could do that like 360 tour where you go and look at pictures or whatever. It fucking freaked him out, and he's like, they can see inside your house. Like, he didn't like it at all. He's like, anybody? Yeah, like, so, of course, like, then we're laughing at that. So then now our kids will be laughing at the fact that we care that Amazon listens to us or our phones or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, next
Anybody here truly care about that? I won't clown on you.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It is.
I don't either. It's weird.
It's a little bit, you're like, is this happening? Every time I'm like, are they marketing to me because I talked about it on the show?
Like, Alexa identifies between me and my wife now and other weird stuff like that, and it's strange.
Yeah, I won't go into it. Tom and I had an instance this week where I was like, what is this? It's like, why is this happening? And it's like, that was a private conversation we had.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
I was like, hang on a second. The fuck is this?
But that may be just the old men in us that don't like the goddamn.
It's not that I
iPhone
don't
listening.
like it. Here's what I want. Just tell me you're doing it and explain it to me fully. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
Just tell me you're fucking listening and tell me that you're going to send ads to my device based on what you heard me say. If you're just straight with me, I'll be straight with my answer of how I feel about it. Right. And I'm not rattled at all.
Would you turn it off?
No. But just tell me you're fucking doing it.
Because sometimes it actually helps. Like
it does,
when I really wanted, I was looking at a treadmill or something like that. I was talking about a treadmill. Yeah. And then a bunch of ads came up for treadmills and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is a cool one. I never knew this had. So it helped me a little bit. But I'm not searching for illegal shit, though. So, I mean, I don't care about it.
I think people just don't like the aspect of your phone or your devices listening to you at all times, right? Like, it just.
I guess, but what if it, like, what's the big deal? What do you.
It's the slippery slope argument. It's the argument of, like, well, if you're fine with that,
next thing you know, your girlfriend's pegging you to make extra money.
But at least you're getting ads that are you're interested in, opposed to like just random bullshit that's out there.
People also
you're gonna get the ads anyway.
No, they want to be told, and they want the ability to opt out, and that's where we're at now.
I don't
We're
mind,
just too far down the road.
I don't mind the ability to opt out. That's not even really what I want. I just want an explanation. Just tell me you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then then if you and I want to talk, we'll go in the bathroom.
Yeah. Because it was,
I don't know.
Automated toilet.
I'm just saying, it feels
next
weird.
to the AC, like Tony Soprano.
Doesn't it feel weird to anybody else that, like, and maybe I missed this, but doesn't it feel weird that we all know this happens, we all know it's happening, we all say to each other that it is happening, and I've never had any device company come to me and say, like, yo, this is what we're doing. That's not weird?
Yeah. Well, they had to, they go to Congress and there's some shit. You read that, you're like, what were you doing?
Yeah, just tell me you're doing it, and I'm okay with it, but you got to tell me.
Also, there is a feeling of being disconnected with, and I'm not talking about just having your phone in a different room, because you're still connected to it. I'm talking about literally my phone doesn't work, right? So it's off. So I'm disconnected, and I feel it, right? So it's like, I feel and I'm cognizant of the fact.
Is it giving you anxiety or making you relieved?
No, there's a certain sense of relief where it's like, well, what can I do? Because I was like, I can't get it fixed until after the show. It's broken now, whatever.
I like that.
If some emergency, they'll call you guys. I told Crystal, I was like, if something happens, call Daniel. You got your phone.
It's fine.
Yeah, I should have texted you this morning.
There's a feeling of like, well, shit. I'm like free a little bit. I'm not chained to this thing that I have to do business all the time or communicate with everybody all the time. And like, no one can.
Do you still have your Apple Watch?
I do at home. I didn't think it was going to work with my phone being broken.
You'd have
mine
to
is
have
separate. Yeah, mine's separate. I have a separate phone number for my watch.
I don't. I have mine independent because I'm fucking cool.
Because you're cheap.
Next story.
A woman is pressing charges after being slapped by another woman for breastfeeding her 6-month-old in public. The mother, Maylis, has gone to collect a parcel when her child became agitated. She began breastfeeding to calm him in the street while in line to collect her parcel. I know I'm clicking. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's all right. That's a sign of eyeball cancer. I guess.
She had covered herself with a jacket to feed her child discreetly, but on the busy street, when a woman began to harass her, she told the site. Some weird European site. Doctissimo is the name of the site.
He only covers like Italian news stories. And now going to the latest news stories from Italy.
That's the only interesting ones that I found.
How much did you look? Did you go to Italy.com?
He just typed in breastfeeding. Yeah. Oh, here's a story.
I did type in milk tits.
Who's gonna?
I typed in milk tit news.
Milk tit news.
Milk tit news.
So a lady harassed another lady for breastfeeding her
slapped
kid.
her. There was a woman who began to shout, aren't you ashamed? Still shouting, the woman approached her and slapped her right in the face while she's breastfeeding her baby.
Oh, this is an insane person, right? This is insane.
But because they said another elderly woman who saw the woman slap her said, thank you for doing that.
Thank you for slapping the horrible breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Well, what country is this in?
Italy.
Italy.
It's a weird cultural thing.
No. It's not Italy. This is actually France.
France! Hold on, dude. This is a whole goddamn land of showing your titties. Right?
That's what I thought.
When I was in Paris, they were doing Titty American Gladiator.
If you think about it, they've always been more liberal. I mean, like, even to race. Josephine
There's a place in France where the naked ladies dance.
Thank you. Thank you. You just served your money. Funniest thing you've said on the show. No, Josephine Baker went there, she was a beautiful black woman. It was topless the entire time.
Josephine Baker.
Josephine Baker. Not Josephine Baker.
You're gonna like the way you look.
You're definitely having a fun Friday today.
Yeah, how the fuck did they get offended in Paris?
But the police officer also, it seems like everything is...
I will slap her too! We'll slap you in the baby!
It's like the scene from Airplane. It's like the scene from Airplane when everyone's lined up in a line with like rope and
Why are you
It's
doing
one of the best
this?
scenes ever. But the police officer said, what percentage of your chest was exposed? That's what the police officer
my
said.
God.
Hold on, you can show your titties and
apparently not.
Hold on.
It's also breastfeeding. It's not like you're showing your titties.
Yeah, I was in France, in Paris, and watching nude American Gladiators. Is that Germany? No, it was France. I was watching some nude show.
Yeah.
It was 3 p.m. on a weekday.
There are some crazy regions of Paris that are super conservative because there is a heavy Islamic population. So it all depends on what area of France and Paris you're in, honestly.
Well, but it's all governed by Parisian law, right? It's not like you're individually governed, but like if you're in Paris, it's all governed by Parisian law. It's not sectioned off or like, the Muslim
there's
side
like there's like Chinatown kind of scenario. There is like an area of Paris.
This is a story.
But it's still law.
80% of
France has some of the lowest breastfeeding rates in the world. So maybe it's not that
that's fucking weird.
normal to breastfeed.
Well, are you cool with titties or not?
Yeah, you gotta.
Do you decide,
Wait a minute, I
France?
think that's like the main idea of today's show is that we are definitely cool with titties.
Yeah, we are.
Breastfeeding never bothers me.
I grew up.
Will never bother me.
This is
Yeah,
not
listen to this crap. Mothers in France are encouraged to use a bottle. The cultural attitudes, many women in France are advised against breastfeeding by medical staff and specialist breastfeeding advisors.
Mothers should do what's
Isn't that
best
crazy?
for mothers.
Yeah.
Mothers should do
Hold
what's
on.
best for baby. You
But
don't get to. You don't weigh in on that.
So
People say you will be enslaved by your child when you become a mother, but if you give them a bottle, you'll be free.
okay,
That's like quotes from like...
This sounds.
This is like some old wives' tale
yeah,
shit.
this sounds
Yeah.
insane.
I,
What region of France?
Yeah.
I'm
beyond
trying to look at
their
that. It doesn't say
cockamamie
where.
It's in where
bullshit.
Uncle Dijon
Oh,
lives.
here, it's at Bordeaux.
But
Bordeaux?
Bordeaux. That's like a big city.
God damn it, that's where Uncle Dijon lives.
well, ask your
God.
uncle. Are
I
they
do
cool
not
with
like the
titties?
breastfeeding of this guy.
But-
he lives in Commercy, Tanlay.
They're probably all pissed off there because it smells like dog shit in the city. So everywhere. So there's
I
fucking-
forgot he hates
It's-
France.
Well, not in that area. it
It's a
doesn't.
pee-pee
Oh, I'm
in
sure
the
it
subway.
smells like shit everywhere.
In big cities. Anyway, but what I'm more confused about is that my entire life I was told that like in France you can be more nude and in society doesn't care, right? The beaches are topless beaches, right? And especially
Not all of them.
Yeah, but
not all of them, but they have more
than we got.
Yeah, it's always been the maybe it's a stereotype,
no,
but
it's not.
But they are
Fashion-
open with.
There's one 30 miles away from here.
When you do fashion though, there's a lot of nudity, the burlesque and the dancing and the arts.
They're
over
more
there.
of an open society.
It's different when it's feeding a kid. That's kind of gross.
No,
No, that's not gross. It's the least gross.
But I know, but
Oh,
but I'm mad because
You
then
got me.
how are they cool with the nudity at the beaches and on TV and just more of an open society, but not cool with the breastfeeding? It's bizarre, right?
I'm trying to figure this one out without opening my computer and digging in.
It might be in some sort of restaurant environment. I don't know. There might be some weird stuff. I have no idea.
Yeah, we've made a lot of jokes on here. We've made a lot of comments about breastfeeding, yada yada yada. But it's not a thing. It's not even a thing.
It's natural, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely.
It's like
it doesn't even matter.
I piss wherever I want.
You know,
that's
a little different.
How is that different?
Yeah,
because you're pee-peeing on like a public property.
When your pee-pee
then I
like
rinse it down with
fuels
some water.
a child, then
you're feeding a baby, and who's getting offended by seeing like to look the other way? Plus, they got a coat. I know. Next door.
Because of
bizarre.
you not letting me pee anywhere, I had to walk about 10 city blocks in New York City soaking wet with a piss pants.
You pissed your pants in New York
Man,
City.
you're a
No, I don't think I ever said
animal.
this story. It was bad. I had to pee. I was in the Central Park, and my girlfriend at the time,
gotta breastfeed my pants.
she was like 10 blocks. Her apartment was like 10
Who is
blocks
this?
away, and I had my girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
So you couldn't just fucking take a knee?
take a knee. No, in New York City.
Did you have like tight jeans on?
Super tight, like
yeah.
my
your tight jeans with the high tops.
Hold on, I've never been to Central Park. Is there like woods in Central Park?
There's
Not
a little
with people
bit.
around.
There's like rock formations. There's other weird shit like
it's
that.
It's almost a dinner go to the Castleberry Woods. Just a little smaller.
A lot more people. There was no way
hides.
for me to go anywhere where anyone could have not seen me pee.
Is there public restrooms?
No. Not that you had to pay. You had to pay to
You
do it.
had to pay. You gotta pay.
But it wasn't that. But it wasn't that. There still wasn't any around as I was walking those 10 cities because I was looking everywhere, and the places won't let you go in to use the bathroom unless you buy something. But I didn't have anything with. I didn't have anything with me. I didn't have a wallet. I had nothing with me.
Hold on, who goes
terrified?
Because it was like 10 blocks down. I just walked out of her apartment just to get some fresh air. I walked down there,
and then the door locked behind him.
Hold on, what does your girlfriend? Did your girlfriend have any money at the time? Like,
no, she was working. Like I was just staying there during the day, and I had nothing to do because she was working. So I went out and just like walked around Central Park.
Sightseeing.
I had to pee.
Yeah.
Fucking 10 blocks back. And me, it's kind of like you. It's like when I gotta go, I gotta fucking
prostate's
go.
red
And
hot.
I couldn't hold it. It was like squirting. I was holding.
Every step is squirting.
And then it just finally just kind of went like halfway into.
You went halfway.
And I had a jacket, luckily, because it was cool.
Oh, you had the
I
jacket.
tied the jacket.
Oh my
He
god.
did the middle school period.
Yeah, it was bad. What else was I gonna do? There's people walking. It's like the first time in a long time I was embarrassed.
So you pee-peed your pants
I
in
peed my
Central,
pants in Central Park. Yeah.
and then you walk back to your girlfriend's house, and then
And didn't tell her either.
who leaves like in a city they don't know of without their wallet in their
Because
pocket?
I wasn't thinking. I just walked out.
I've told you this
Maybe
before.
I did. I just don't know why I didn't.
I
go
told
in
you
there.
this driving from Johnny's other side after we met with a liquor rep, and you swore to me that you're going to piss my car.
Yeah.
And I just pull over into a YMCA so you could pretend I have a membership and go in there and pee.
Well, that's fine.
And it blows my mind, and it makes me angry at both you and Seth that you guys are such pussies.
No, we
that
can't
you
hold
cannot control your bladders. I can
There's no
literally,
way.
you can dump as much liquid into me as humanly possible, and I will fucking die before I'll piss my pants. And it'll stretch my bladder, and it'll be intense pain, but I will
way.
never piss my
Man,
pants, and
it
that's how
just comes
fuck
out.
I'll die on that hill.
I have to
Big
pinch.
hill
I have to
piss.
pinch the head of my penis constantly. I always
That's
have
a
to hide.
problem.
Yeah, I know. I've gone to the doctor. They said,
Everything's worse.
trust
why is
me,
it
I've
loose?
gone a couple times. I don't know.
You got working your Kegels,
I've
bro.
never-
And you have the same
No,
thing. where
I've
you're
never
like,
pissed my pants, but I got close.
he was stretched out. He's like, oh,
That's why I'm in a car ride. That's why I always bring these in a car
Tony
ride.
Rage is the same
and then
way.
you're like, dude, you got to pull over,
Yeah,
dude.
but I'll-
dude.
Tom Lawler's the exact same way as me. He's pissed his pants a bunch of times too. He's the same way.
I'll go into
Maybe
the
it's because
woods.
we punched each other so much.
That probably has to do with it.
a lot.
But I'll go to the woods and then, like Butler said, I'll take a knee and try to pull my
No, I would
tiny
get arrested.
up the side.
Out of the top.
You know,
Like a tiny
out of the
flamingo.
Lego.
It's like a baby flamingo trying to order a sandwich at Subway. It's like tiny. It's like can't even-
or I'll
can't
piss.
even-
Like, because if you could piss a little bit into your Mountain Dew bottle,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Oh, I made the
it'll
problem.
buy you 15
You
minutes.
need to put a carb on it. I made that problem.
No.
I'm just saying.
That's why you got to get a shaker cup.
My
The big-
problem is-
the big white head shaker cups. That's what I bring every single trip.
My problem is once I've hit homeostasis,
pissing?
I
Yeah.
go in, finally can pee because I will hit a nirvana level where I will never have to pee again. And I'll be like, I've hit maximum pee, and it's so much pain. And I'll be walking around and doing things, but the only problem is then when I finally go to pee, I go in there and I pull my piss out, and I'm like, and nothing comes out.
yeah, then it's stuck. Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
you gotta
now you're
then
stuck.
you gotta calm yourself, and then you get like one little, and then it's like.
You got
Then
some time
it's
to
going,
pee,
and
yeah.
You know how many road trips I've been on with Tom Lawler, and he's driving all the time. We have shaker cups all the time in the car.
The ones
He
you
has to
drink
pee.
your protein shakes.
I
It's
hold,
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, we have to bleach him afterwards. We do this. So I hold the steering
Oh,
wheel.
give him my muscle milk.
He's like, Seth.
Don't forget to bleach your cup, bro.
He's like, hold the wheel. I'm like, oh, God damn it. So I'm holding the wheel for him. This is like all the time we do this. And
do
he
it at 85 miles an hour in a
pisses
Hellcat.
as I'm driving. No, it's his old
Oh.
Escape he used to drive all the time. We used to drive to different training camps, and he used to piss in it as I'm holding it for him, filling it up, and then he hands it to me. I put it in a little cup holder, and we just continue driving.
He
That
hands
was
it to you?
literally. Well, yeah, he puts it up the side.
Oh man,
It's not a big deal. We were really close at
Yeah,
one point.
okay, yeah.
I see that.
Should we take a break?
Do you have another story anymore?
I got one more that's kind of funny.
Okay,
It's real
last
fast.
story.
But I wish there was a way to show this video because the sound this cat makes, and I'm an animal person, so the cat wasn't hurt.
Hold on. Let's talk about the cat here because Not to go back to your girlfriend's OnlyFans, but we were watching a video.
Wait.
No, the Butler, because Butler notices things.
Yours going
So which one was it? Was it the?
He's on there now. Oh my god!
Yeah, he's jacking.
His motherfucker's been jacking it during the show.
It's her bathroom one when she's in the mirror backwards.
Oh, the mirror one. So,
You've been through every one, and now you've got names for them.
So
mirror, shower, living room, painting.
In the mirror one, Butler's like, "Hey, look at that cat, bro." And then I'm like, "What?" And there's a cat on the top. And there is.
Oh, it's close.
I don't know how
there is a giant pussy up top there.
There's a cat on the top of the bathroom, like
on your random brick wall.
Yeah,
I have a brick wall like that comes
That's
up from
Rainbow
the first
Whisker.
floor. That's my chimney. That's my chimney.
Is
That's a
it a
beautiful,
fake decorative cat or is that a real cat?
Well, that's a
It's
real cat.
fucking cat.
I don't know.
A decorative cat.
Hey, when you show your ass, put the decorative cat in there. Oh.
Hey, look at my Garfield.
It didn't move. It was just up there like a statue. And
It climbs up that wall.
Would you move if Tracy walked in nude? I'd freeze like a. I'm frozen. I mean.
Anyway, sorry. The last story.
A black cat had the luckiest moment of her 9 lives this week when she leapt from the 5th floor building of a burning building in Chicago. The house was on, the building was on fire, in flames.
There it is.
Total craziness. This cat, I waited like a minute. I'm like, where's the cat? Where's the cat? Where's it? Flames everywhere. All of a sudden you see a black head and then you hear like the fucking
burning
the scariest shriek of its life.
It's running
But
out of
it
an
lands
inferno.
perfectly on the ground and then just runs 100 miles an hour away. It's the craziest shit ever. 5 stories up.
It's crazy that cats are
Fucking unbelievable.
They make their bodies bigger like a goddamn flying squirrel, right?
Yeah.
Like to slow their descent down. So then, and also their bones are like more rubbery, right? Like they
the
can
sun.
withstand.
I remember I had a kitten. My granddad gave me a kitten, and it climbed up on top of the.
That was the cat.
We're screaming because it's jumping from a goddamn burning building.
My granddad gave me a cat, and it climbed up to the
death
roof
cry.
of their house, like just playing, and it was just outside. It was like just an outside cat, and then I remember it was like trying to get down. And it just jumped, and I remember the terror that I had as a young boy.
Oh yeah, you're like
And
too
then-
high.
Yeah, and then it just lands perfectly, and
Yeah,
I'm
landed
like,
like nothing. It's like,
yeah, I remember not understanding physics or why that worked or how it was able to
Absorb
do
all the
that.
shock,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty neat.
Is it because like they've evolved to run in like away from predators and land and jump?
Jump off cliffs?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's something like that,
probably.
like out of trees and then
Yeah.
survive the landing.
I
would
would have something to
imagine-
do with their bone density.
Also hunting too, because
Yeah.
imagine if you're in the trees hunting birds, right? Because
and you
big
jump.
cats,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
if you jumped and missed or fell off a limb, you ever see them fall off a limb but they still land perfectly? I'm
You
like,
ever
how
see-
did you do that?
You ever see the one that it was eating like a mountain goat and it fell down about like 10,000 feet of mountain and then it was
No.
fine at the bottom? Oh, it's like a big clip that just kind
God.
of went around.
So
One time I was eating a Buffalo Wild Wings that fell off my stool.
just as cool.
Just as cool.
But and they can like reorientate themselves
It's
to land
weird.
on their
Yeah,
feet. Right?
it's magical almost. It's almost like it's like those. It's kind of like your iPhone, like how it knows it's gyroscopic or has like a
But-
whatever that deal is.
but
inside of it.
sometimes it's
whatever
off.
this is, I'm doing with my hands.
Like I've seen the videos of like cats falling hard because of whatever. Like sometimes I don't think some of them have it in
videos
them.
you into, bro?
No, like every once in a while they'll post like, look
Yeah.
at this cat is like it doesn't fall on its
Yeah.
feet. It's falling
It's,
awkwardly.
Remy cat.
yeah. Like
yeah,
some of
don't-
them don't have it.
Yeah, some of them can't dance. You know, like they don't have the rhythm.
Yeah.
It's weird. Absolutely weird.
So let's take a break.
All right. This is an interesting story leading into our music. If any of you guys have been following the band, the Linda Lindas, they are a group of young gals that are Asian. I believe they're Latin Asian in descent, and I believe that they just got signed to Epitaph Records. They're all really, really young kid girls, like, young people.
Yeah, like
And-
middle school age.
like
right?
middle school
Yeah.
age or just entering high school, and they we have the ability to play their lead single. They got so much attention. In fact, NPR covered it, CBS covered it, CNN covered it, and they wrote a song that basically attacks like racist and sexist kids that were in their school. They kind of explain it up top. I'm not going to say anything else, so enjoy this. This is the Linda Lindas with their song Racist, Sexist Boy.
I didn't see it on the news that I watched.
I didn't
see anything about this.
Yours is more frogs are gay. This is more like, interesting story. Enjoy this.
A little while before we went into lockdown, a boy in my class came up to me and said that his dad told him to stay away from Chinese people. After I told him that I was Chinese, he backed away from me. Eloise and I wrote the song based on that experience.
So this is about him and all the other racist, sexist boys in this world. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Spread your wings and fly. Spread your wings and fly.
That is Mouse Rat with 5,000 Candles in the Wind. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
And yes, that is the actual song. It was sent to us. They are releasing an album. You'll be able to find that Monday, I think.
Cool.
That is Chris Pratt. From, pardon me, I'm burping and...
a dad burp.
Yeah, I did a huge dad burp. People in the chat room were like, what is this? Where'd you get this? No, we didn't just steal that from Parks and Rec. The record label that we work with, Pirates Press Records, shout out to those guys, are awesome. They sent us that to play, and that was on there. I had no idea. It was funny because I'm going through the songs and I heard that. I go, that's how stupid I am. I'm like, well, why the fuck do I know this? I say, this is a good song. I think I'll pay. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what that is. But anyway, welcome back.
Is it a whole album of goof songs?
Yeah, like goof songs. I don't know exactly.
Who is it, Chris Pratt, you said?
Yeah, it's Chris Pratt. When he was on Parks and Rec, his goof band was Mouse Rat.
Yeah,
and this is like a real album that you can purchase now, and really well done. And the fact that he's on it made me think that he would have done that a long time ago, not recently. But if he did it recently, I will give him more love. If he did that during quarantine, you're cooler than I expected. If you did that a long time ago, and then they shelved it, and now they're just putting it out, still cool, not as cool.
Let's do some voicemail.
All right.
In the show with that.
All right, let me pull up some voicemails here. Plug something while
yes, True Leave, our True Leave promotion. That's our medical marijuana dispensary partner. If you buy anything from True Leave, you go on tomanddan.com. I still get emails from people that buy something from True Leave and then they don't even put a picture of the receipt or anything. And they're just like, I bought from True Leave. Send me something. No address or anything. So if you go on tomanddan.com, on the front page, there's a True Leave form. And if you buy something, anything, fill out the form, your name and address, and then you submit a picture of what you bought. And then we will send you a gift. And for free, we'll mail it to your house. And all that information is used for the partnership with True Leave so we can show them that our guys are using their products. So it'll help us, and you'll get a free gift. We're about to get some custom stuff soon. Mm-hmm. So the gift would be awesome. But anyway, fill out the form and that'll help us out.
Yep. All right. Voicemail messages are easy to leave. All you got to do is get our free app. That's the easiest way to leave a voicemail message. And if you're an old person and still use your phone, 1-844-TOMNDAN will get you on the line. Let's try this one. It's not Hot Take Friday,
all right,
but this one I'd like to see. I'm gonna hold back what I have to say, and I just want to see what you guys say.
What's up, T&D? Shart and Randy following up on the whole left-handed chopper debate. Dan, I hate to break it to you. Your dad was a chopper. He would get drunk and shoot bees with a BB gun. That is Hall of Fame chopper. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry.
Here, I'm going to have to argue with Shart and Randy.
Oh, really? Because I was about to say you win, because that's a fairly compelling argument. My dad also left-handed, which is, again, why he's weighing in. Butler and my dad probably would have had a really good time together. A really good time.
It's a type of chopper activity, but in my
not full chopper
because it's not spontaneous chop. It's a planned chop, and I don't think true choppers plan their chops.
It was a plan. It'd be an afternoon plan chop. Like he would make his bourbon and Coke tall.
Yeah, yeah.
He would load his BB guns with he'd get like the copper BBs.
What kind of BB gun? I have a Red Ryder.
It was a Daisy Red Ryder, and he would only load copperhead Daisy BBs.
I have that exact fucking BB gun.
Another evidence that my dad was in fact a chopper.
Wait, does drinking have anything to do with this? Like, do you have to be sober to be and do things like that to be a chopper?
No.
But Butler's chops no matter what. Once he chops, he just can't stop.
But here's why, like Butler, if he was shooting a BB gun at some beer cans in his backyard, right? Butler, being a true chopper, he'll get distracted by bees or whatever flying around and then start shooting them with the BB gun because
I see what you're saying.
His original intention was to shoot the can, and then a bee flew by. He's like, "Oh, bee!" And then he's just shoot it. Okay. Like your dad, not a chopper, he went out to shoot the bees.
His true intent was to protect his dwelling from bees.
He doesn't get distracted by a lizard and shoot them or other animals.
Also, here's another thing. Here's another thing here's another underlining vein here. If you guys want to see that, a lot of people like to bring up, not to get a little deep on a Friday, but a lot of people like to think that Tom's emotionless or not able to tap into those type of feelings. He does have a certain love, dare I say, or respect for real Florida men. His father, my father, both real Florida men.
Yes.
He's not going to let people come on the show and shit on the memory of a good Dolphins gold earring buying, polo wearing, gold chain that you had, bracelet wearing, fried flounder seafood, and ski boat driving. He's not going to let you shit on that.
No.
So just understand that you're going to have a more compelling argument than just, hey, left-handed and he shot some bees. Not going to cut it with old Tom.
You got to analyze the activity because
intent. You always come down to intent.
His intent,
My dad's intent was to protect the dwelling from the bees, and eventually he did what even Tom hasn't done yet. You'll get there, but my dad got the fake aluminum wood to keep the bees from eating his wood, and then he got the little grates to protect his gutters from getting leaves in.
And he was actually defending his Florida household,
Indeed.
by shooting the bees
from dare I say, an invasive species.
When like
these are carpenter bees, might I add.
When Butler chops, there's no rhyme or reason to any of it, right? Like
he just sees like a pile of dog food bags, and he goes over there and starts playing bongos on
them. If he gave Butler a BB gun, he goes in his backyard and starts shooting everything, like anything, things that are beneficial to him, hummingbirds, whatever he can shoot. Like he'll shoot anything.
Squirrels, cats,
like the mailman, whatever he sees, that's what a true chopper does.
All right.
So take that, Shart and Randy.
All right, let's go with this one. Let's rock it through these.
So, hey guys, I was being a little baby and kind of getting sick of all the fringe interviews.
Oh yeah, this guy was on Twitter, or no, he was on TikTok. And I put up every day last week when we were doing the Fringe TikTok. I put up a Fringe TikTok. I'd be like, here's who we have on the show in case you want to catch it live. And this guy was like, love you guys, Fringe sucks. And then my reply to him that I think it made him remove his comment. I go, you suck. And that's all it said. I just thought it was funny. It's immature. But he got mad. But anyway, he continued.
Why? No good reason. It's actually great. But the Ryan Adam Wells, I think that's the name. That dude was a great interview, and for whatever reason, you guys were just like riffing really well together. So I don't know if that guy's local or what else he's into, but you guys should have him around more often. He's good, and you guys all chatted together really well.
We'll reach out to him. Ryan Adam Wells.
What's he doing with it? Are you scratching your goddamn microphone on your phone?
I've told people to wrap their phone in aluminum foil loosely, and then you're supposed to just kind of shake your phone in there while you're leaving. I just thought it would make things a little more 3D.
So which interview was that? That all runs together.
I believe I insulted him by calling him Jumbo Grohl. Because he looks like a big Dave Grohl.
Oh, the guitar player.
Jumbo.
Yeah, I called him Jumbo Grohl.
He's out of Austin, so
Who isn't out of Austin now? Are we moving our podcast there? I saw you over there where you were contemplating shaving your head and getting on the roids and going full Austin.
I'm red. Give me something to kick. No, I wish I was that rich.
Are we moving the show to Austin?
I guess. Florida is basically Austin's
Light. It's Austin Light. Yeah. There's Austin, and then there's Austin.
yeah. So
there's Austin City Limits, and then there's Austin City Limits, dude.
Yeah, we enjoyed talking to him, but it's like hopefully next time he's in town. And sometimes we have long-term friendships with the fringe people, like and I say this and I forget the person's name, but
Chris.
We make long-lasting French relationships.
What was Chris Turner?
What was his
Sorry.
name?
That's when you're supposed to go.
I can't remember people's names.
And then leave your mouth open, and I'll dub it over. Like, we love all the French guys, like
Chris Turner.
And
Ryan Austin Woods. I forgot his name.
Did
anyway,
you get it right?
No.
Brian Austin Green.
That's what we were trying to say, Brian Austin Green.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Shart and Randy. He had called in, I think, earlier at some time. Did you know that Shart and Randy is an actual, he's a substance abuse counselor?
I do, yeah. And he probably told us and immediately forgot.
Yeah,
like
those people don't matter to us. I don't believe in that. You might as well say you're a wizard. No, in all seriousness, he said he's a substance abuse counselor, and he reached out after Mike B called us.
Yeah.
And he said he could help Mike B or Carl.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But they have to be ready to be helped. You have to be ready to be helped.
What about them makes it seem like they're ready? They're ready for drinking.
Okay.
But also...
here's Carl.
Okay.
I got a little... Here.
Oh, hey, guys. Just wanted to say that I like your show a lot. Oh, God damn, Bobby. Oh.
No.
Jesus. Right.
Is he doing
He's doing King of the Hill. It's scientifically proven that when you almost black out, everyone assumes the persona of Hank Hill.
I didn't sound like that when I used to call you.
No, you just scream the N-word.
I never did that.
Daniel, tell me if you think like this too. When someone's a substance abuse counselor, right? When they're talking to me, I feel like
I feel like they're trying to read me and see how substance abusey I am.
Yeah.
And I get mad. I'm like, well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
It's like when the doctor goes, "How many drinks do you have a week?" I go, "Well, hold on, a week or a day?" And I don't add them
You want me to calculate that?
And I go, "Can't you just give me a box that's just like an average?"
The weekends count because it seems like they should.
I know Monday through Friday is a week to me, and the weekends are my days.
Yeah. So when you're talking to Randy, he knows because of the show how much we drink, and then you're like, well, I feel like you're mentioning Carl and Mike B, but you still know that I do it to a certain extent too, and you're gonna frown upon if I actually told you the truth. Anyway, it's a whole thing. I don't like it. I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Butt out. I'm kidding, but that's most of the time what people want to say. Look,
They need serious
there's
help.
no strings. Look, I'm just throwing it out there as a joke, and maybe not a joke. You decide how serious you want to take it. If we do have any BDMs or people, and he offered, if we do have any people that might sound like Mike B or Carl and need help. I'm not saying that Mike B and Carl need help. I'm just saying if they need it, the option is on the table. I'm not here to lose friends. I'm here to keep them around, right? That's what you're right?
Yeah. But although it is kind of like looking at someone in quicksand where it's just his nose above.
You need a rope, bro? Mine, having a vine.
And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, all right. Well, if I walk away, it seems like I'm murdering you.
and I don't want to throw this out there. I'm a sensitive person, and Tom knows. And so when I make this offer, please take it.
Because if I keep on walking, then I feel like I'm a little bit. Yeah. It's a little bit my fault.
I shoulder a little more if you don't take the vine.
Because I heard the voicemails and I see.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
And it's not getting better.
No, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay.
Next point.
Here, let's try this one.
Hey, gang. Checking in from Ybor City. Just had a thought. This kind of plays into Tom's nature versus nurture theory. Are choppers born, or are they made? Or is it a combination of the two? I'll hang up and listen.
A lot of chopping activity recently.
See, it's hard to tell because
I think both can happen.
All kids are choppers. So you don't even so even my sons, to a certain extent,
Yeah, they'll chop.
They do chopping stuff because
Tommy chopped his way out of here when he's trying to get drunk. Yeah. Oh, am I not supposed to talk about that?
What do you mean?
When he stole he didn't steal it, but he's loading up on mojito candies. It's full of liquor, and he's oh yeah, he marched his ass out of here with them, and then somebody else marched him back in.
He's like, I got a chocolate for the road. I'm like, that's what Daddy says. I learned it from watching you.
Then they high five. Then Tom put it back.
Yeah. So it was one of those hollow box chocolates full of straight
liquor chocolates,
German rum.
Yeah, it's a whole shot in there.
So when you have kids, they're all choppers, but they should grow out of the kid chopping and grow into
Chopping
responsible
is a
adults.
kid thing.
But some, like Butler, you grow into.
Butler's
you never lose.
like the movie Elf.
You know,
You know,
If the elf was a serious chopper.
Yeah, if Elfing was chopping.
Yeah, he's got a like an adolescent brain.
Yeah.
Like he's got the kid brain of chopping, but in an adult body, big.
Yeah, and fucks an old lady.
I think it happens with like Team No Kids. You know? I mean, it's almost like being neutered. You know,
Hold on,
I didn't have kids.
Are you reliving Big?
Yeah. Is his wife having sex with the child?
How big is your piano?
Well,
if it's huge, if it's a walkable piano, we have a problem.
Play chopsticks every night.
Butler's wife's out of town right now too.
Because there's.
I know. He's supposed to go out with me tomorrow night.
Yeah, there's some.
Whoa! Do you know that?
Oh, yeah, Tom tried to talk him out of it.
Remember we talked about it on
Monday.
When did I call Monday? When did you call Monday?
Oh yeah, you're going out
I
this
didn't
weekend.
know
Where are
you
you
guys
going?
are actually going to do it.
I don't know. I plan to go just downtown or something like that.
Is Tracy
or
coming
walk
or
all the
no?
bars on Mills because it's right down the street from my house. I can just walk to all the bars on Mills.
Is Tracy going to come with you guys?
Yeah.
That's going to be weird for Butler, considering he's going to jack off to her all night. That's gonna be odd.
He's not going to be able to control himself.
If you pay for a custom that night, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. But wait, it's cheating if you're in the room for the custom video.
I've seen there's something about Mary. I will flog the dolphin before I go out.
Don't say flog the dolphin. You're fired now. You just got yourself fired. Is that what you wanted? I said to never fucking say that.
Flog the dolphin.
You know what? I agree.
You support this. I know it was a reactionary decision, but it had to be done. You're fucking fired. Clean your desk out. Get the fuck out of here. We never say that.
Yeah, because
you might as well. You know what? There's two things I hate. You come in here and say flog the dolphin, or you come in here and say, hey, Dad, you want to grab a brewski? You're fucking fired.
Seriously.
You can never say that shit.
I'm not
around
joking.
Here. I get mad at it.
Butler cannot. If we sit down Butler and we're like, do not ever mention Seth's girlfriend's pics to her when she comes in here. Do not. He's like, okay. And then I'm like, wait, whatever you do, you're gonna want to so bad.
It's like Tourette's.
Yeah. I mean, hence why he said, hey, it doesn't need to be said, but your girlfriend's got a nice peach. Why would you fucking say that?
Yeah, so he's not gonna be able to control himself as soon as he sees Tracy. He's gonna mention it all again. He cannot stop himself.
Sign my phone. Why would you do that? It's weird. Let's try.
Hold on. I may want to go out tonight. I haven't been out. I haven't been out
tomorrow
night. Okay. Saturday night?
Yeah, come on, just for a little bit.
Is there any of the because I used to go out.
I can invite my niece might come and she might bring one of her 21-year-old friends.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's go to Twin Peaks.
You can watch, you can look.
I want to go to Twin Peaks and I'm going to wear a fur coat dressed like Kid Rock. Fedora, fur coat, I'm going to wear a pimp chain. I'm going to do everything that old dads do to be cool. I'm wearing light up shoes the whole night. Fucking all of it. I'll embarrass the fuck out of you. Tiny fur coat,
are any
fedora.
Of the MMA guys coming? Because last time, like the other, 10
that
years ago.
That intimidates you.
No, with the filthy Tom Lawler and all the other wrestlers, and then you guys are
I have a why.
licking each other and sexually
harassing. That hasn't happened in a long time. That won't happen.
Okay.
That won't happen.
So now it's you and me and Butler and a bunch of teens.
And his girlfriend and a bunch of teen girls.
And maybe one of my Daichi might go too.
Okay.
Daichi.
And Daichi is his
best friend.
Yeah, who lives behind me in my mother-in-law's
Corona guy. Is he our age?
Yeah, he's no, never mind. I was thinking I'm his age older. He's like 25.
Oh,
What the fuck?
You
I
actually
think
have
I'm his age all the time. Oh wait, he's 25. Dude,
you are, sir.
This is the
Hold on.
weirdest show we've done. I'm happy Sam's coming back on Monday.
This is a
Or
weird
Tuesday,
thing. Like
Tuesday.
you were
Because I don't think about it. Because I hang out with younger people. I don't hang out with people my age. So I just think that I'm included in that age category.
I kind of
which
do
I'm
that
not.
too. Yeah.
I know I'm old. I know I'm older, but I just consider myself. I do the same things they do. I act the same way they
Yeah,
act.
and
so I'm
you
just like,
don't look old.
no, I don't look.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. You don't.
Yeah,
Come on. All joking aside,
here-
you do not look old. You might look. You might look
thanks.
closer to your age, but you don't look old. That's ridiculous.
Here's the thing, the difference. You had and owned and know what a beeper is. And then, you lived as an
You
adult.
voted for Ronald Reagan.
You
trickle down. You love trickle down economics.
you used to jack off to Sublime films. Like everybody our age. Like the young people don't know fucking understand what
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
They don't even know what it is to live without the internet. You printed out MapQuest. They're gonna fucking laugh at you.
Oh, yeah, I understand
Your
this.
experiences are not the
bought
same.
Limp Bizkit's chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water album.
At Peaches.
Good assist. That's called an oop.
Yeah. You start to get to the point where you have nothing in common with 22-year-olds.
Apparently, I
But you know what he does have in common with her, and he'll always have in common with her?
What?
Her amazing butt.
All right, because
What
that's,
up, Peach?
I'm just,
Yeah.
See, you know what? That was not a good oop. That was a bad oop.
Yeah. Although
Creepy oop.
I don't know if Seth's gonna get like this. But,
Boy, he's gonna start to like the bigger gals.
No. But
No.
everybody who keeps up ridiculous shredded body, as you age, it gets bigger. Right? It gets Sylvester Stallone.
It gets fudgier.
Well, no, it's not even like your skin gets a little loose because
Yeah.
you can't.
Oh no, I've seen that, but that's like that weird. I don't know what that. I think that's from doing like the growth.
It's called nature's fudge.
It's from getting.
No, that's
Oh,
nature's
that's
That's nature's fudge.
It's called
I feel like they don't
time
take,
skin.
No, I
Yeah.
feel like they don't take care of their
Time
skin.
skin is good. That's
Time
called
skin.
Time skin.
And then also, your muscles get bloated. There's a weird where you're like.
Well, they
like,
turned into like
There's
foam.
a difference between like. Have you seen Jake Paul, right, or Paul or Logan Paul?
I like how you're. I like how you're continuing him being scared.
Yeah, the balls.
I'm
good.
saying,
That's good.
Their bodies, it's smaller and
Yeah,
like
and ripped,
ripped,
yeah.
but it's like their waist, like their muscles don't look Rogany, red and Rogany. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens. You get like
You start to spread out naturally.
yeah, it's like where your abs are long and
Yeah.
big, wide abs,
And they're rounder.
That's
You know?
growth gut. Yeah.
growth
I'm
gut.
just saying
That's from taking like steroids, right?
That happens.
Because everything grows on
And
you.
then Tracy's sitting back. She's got a ripped boyfriend, but it's all big and red and wide.
Well,
when do you
it's not
start getting
happening on
red?
me. I don't know. When did I start getting red?
Yeah. I think you're old
It's
enough
coming.
to start doing it.
Yeah, it's
you're,
close.
you're about 5 years from going full red.
I fucking hope not.
You shave your head red, hot.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
wear affliction shirt.
Well, then I'll definitely have to get that
Yeah.
wig so that way I look a little bit younger.
Do you want a wig?
Oh, yeah, get a wig.
Yeah. What if we bought you?
I posted on there the wig I wanted. You guys.
I will buy this.
You
How
gotta
much
go
is
with the
it?
Dutch boy.
I'll
You
go
gotta
out with it.
You would?
It's a long human hair one.
Hey, will you wear our Abraham Lincoln jackoff hat?
But then you go to the I drive with Tracy. You're on the slingshot.
It blows your wig off.
It blows your wig off.
First of all, I won't go on the slingshot.
And then
And then they're like, wow, we haven't had this good a day at work since DMX is here.
I was about to say that. Then when you die, the internet clowns you. Like, look how scared he was. You're like, he just died. Why are you
My
doing
God,
this?
his wig's not even dry yet. You're already bagging
You
on it.
played the wig video from the slingshot. Why would you do that?
And then we'll take your wig and we'll put it in a glass case and frame it on our
as long as you
wall.
have it here.
Frame it on our wall. Then other celebrities that come in will take photos with it.
No, honestly, I'm really not against it because girls can put weaves in their hair, fake eyelashes, fake boobs, fake lips, and everything. Why can't I have a wig?
I think you should.
Yeah,
All right, then.
well, it's they're
it's
all gonna
No, I'm
laugh
gonna
at you,
try- I
Adam.
don't They're all gonna laugh at you.
Which your girlfriend doesn't understand either. No one.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's your girlfriend and your girlfriend's friends. If you have a wig on, they're gonna fucking laugh at
it's
you.
the thing when they go to the
I
bathroom.
like that. Though. I think it's funny. I do it for.
They'll
fun.
go to the bathroom
but
and
not
then they'll
good laugh.
together, and she'll be like, "Oh my god, your boyfriend's got his wig on."
Yeah,
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry we're late. He took like 25 extra minutes picking out a different wig. He didn't know if he wanted to be like a Justin Bieber wig or if he wanted to go with the dreadlocks. And I told him the dreadlocks is appropriation."
Yeah. And then, when are you leaving for like Logan Paul? And how much money?
How big is
it
your
gonna-
OnlyFans now? Oh my god, I got like 6,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
I'm so rich.
yeah. It's coming close. Anyway,
You know what? You need to ditch that fucking wig. You know what? I got an idea. Let's steal his wig and flush it down the toilet at Booga Beppo. And so your girlfriend steals your wig and flushes it down the toilet of Booga Beppo. How do you feel?
I still feel good. I don't care.
So,
You're like, I didn't need that wig anyway, and I hate Booga Beppo.
It's fake.
all right. One more voicemail, or should we get out of here?
I think the correct answer is get out of here, but
okay.
let's do one more. Let's do this one. I don't know what it means.
What's going on, T&D Media? It is Concrete Mike.
Uh-oh.
Hope y'all had a good vacation. This voicemail is for the robot, the fucking cyborg driving the white van down 27 in Lake County. Dude, you have multiple fucking Tom and Dan and BDM stickers on the back of your truck. I try to get your attention to do an air tip touch at 70 miles an hour, but no, you're fucking robot mode, laser focused on the road. I don't get it, bro. Pay attention to shit going on around you. There's other BDMs out there.
He's trying to be
Y'all have a
safe.
good day.
He's trying to be safe,
There's
Mike.
a Concrete Mike drives up in his truck.
Hey, I'm the Toad King! I frog, bro!
Yeah, what are you? You're scaring everybody.
Yeah, you are.
Don't roll
be
that window.
yelling at people, man.
Screaming, pointing your finger.
80 miles.
Yeah, they're scared of you.
I think that's a good one to end on.
Yeah.
Let's plug some. I love you, Mike.
That happens to me. People are like screaming, pointing their finger, like, "Oh my God, it's happening!" I forget every time. The goddamn tip touch. Anyway, all right, Seth. How's your dojo doing?
It's doing very, very good. The past 2 weeks have been like, it was like, goes up and down, up and down. These last couple of weeks were on a straight up slope.
Well, it is a beautiful dojo, and if you want to maybe get some instruction on karate and get it, and do it properly and do it correct,
yes,
and go with, and I'm speaking from the heart here, and go with a guy that I know really cares about the craft, then check out his dojo, because I know how much it means to you, and I know it's kind of your world. If it's not that, it's your girlfriend, and I know that's about all there is. That's your love.
Yes, karate and tees.
Yep, that's your love.
Yeah, and his Seth's dojo is actually a legit dojo.
It's beautiful.
I keep telling him, I'm like, you need to get the fat kids in there to make the money.
He could get the fat kids in there because it's surrounded by delicious Chinese food and Japanese food.
Spin the money
it's
wheel.
By smells.
Give him the belts.
No, he don't want to do
it's
that.
a money factory.
He doesn't want to do a money factory.
But I did double my kids. I had 4 kids 2 weeks ago. Now I have 10 kids.
All right.
So
that's more than double.
Help
you with the math. Help you with the math. We'll get that up there. I'm not a math guy. I'm an English major. We'll get you up there.
I'm more than double.
Hopefully Tracy's
so
doing the books.
karateoforlando.com. Karateoforlando.com.
It's really, and just drop by there if you want to check it out. Drop by there. You got to see it. It's super impressive.
And Tracy teaches there, so come see.
Hold on. This will make everything better.
Just call Marco.
Got to get one of those in there. Make sure we're protected.
Can I plug hers? I guess what Wednesday collects.
Yeah. You want to really make money? You should plug her on the OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
submit that request.
Just try to find it. Wednesday collects. I guess I don't know how you find it.
Speaking of Wednesday collects, grab your meat at Organic Meats. They got their special. We got the Memorial Barbecue back.
They don't want that.
They don't want that.
I hope that
Brother
on
thinks
Monday.
he's like us doing the ads.
No, I didn't want to. But why would you say grab your meat?
What's going on, T&D
Oh shit!
Why is it? Hey guys, it's me. I hacked your phone. I'm here. Grab your meat. Grab it.
Morganic Meats this weekend. They have the $99 special.
Yep.
Get a Tom and Dan Reelman apron with that purchase.
Or
and
a tiny cutting board.
Yeah, tiny. It fits in the pocket.
It's the tiniest.
Yeah. So also, if you go to any of our watering holes right now, ask for Tom and Dan branded party patch. It's a watering hole party patch. You can get it for free from the bartender, or we still got Magnuts there.
Yep.
Which is the only way to get them now because we've given, like Eric has given them all away.
Who knew that? Like honestly, we were fucking around. We didn't know it would be that popular. Did you see this week? A shout out to our friends. Forget who that. Yeah, it's just you can just pick up the phone, Butler. Maybe. Oh, it's Mike B. Should we take it? I mean, yeah. Let's take it. Mike B, leader of the R team. You have the floor. What say you, sir?
I just wanted to call and apologize to Tom for calling him a weak bitch multiple times on Monday.
Oh, no.
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 I'm not going to let you do
this. This
that.
is where I really think you need help. Now you're like, I've made some mistakes. I'm correcting them. Like, you're fine, Mike. I do not care what anybody calls me. Nobody could hurt my feelings.
Yeah, we're just loosely offering it out there for people that need help. If you do need help, we're just loosely throwing it out there.
Yeah, you're fine.
Because Randy's a cool dude, and if anybody can help alcoholics, it's Shart and Randy.
So, how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. Just been hanging out, playing video games all morning, getting ready for work.
Now, did you... you're working today.
Disappointed he's sober. Because the only reason he was burning it is because he was off. Yeah, and I know how that goes.
This happens with characters. Like I know a little bit of something about this. Your name's Drunky. Yeah. People get mad if you don't take a shot with them, and then they get mad. They're like, "You're a pussy." Like they get angry if you don't accept their shot. And I just did, and drank all the time, and that was people get happy. So Mike, I understand you're known for your drunk calls and you feel pressured to do that. I'm still
high as fuck. I mean, it's not 100%.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
That's fine.
It's so you're good. Right? You need
Colorado sober.
You need Shart and Randy to talk to you, bro. What? You good?
Yeah.
I would accept a phone call or a DM from Shart and Randy.
How about we hook you up? How about we hook you up with a 2-pack, one free call from Shart and Randy, and 15% off OnlyFans from Wednesday Collects. How about we hook you up with a 2-pack? Who's rocking your world? It's Tom and Dan.
Tom and Dan are officially rocking my world. Number one.
Who's rocking your world? Is it OnlyFans, Tracy, and Tom and Dan getting you sober, brother?
How many nerds are trying to figure out how to sign up with other wives finding out? they're getting their single buddy. They're like, hey, I'll give you $10 at lunch tomorrow.
No, even worse. Even worse. They're like, what's my son's Xbox email login? That's bad. And you know they're doing it.
You get your teenage son.
You're doing like, Fortnite 15.
Can't let your mom find out.
What's the difference if you're watching porn or that? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little more intimate.
Well, porn's free.
It's a step further because it's like
you're like the podcast guy's girlfriend. You're looking at her.
You're looking at the podcast news guy's wife.
There's a little. Like if I don't know, I won't tell Crystal.
I'm not telling Andrea. She was in the chat room.
I got a lot. I guarantee Crystal would let you.
Well, I'm not going to ask her. I'm not going to even bring the subject out. I don't think she'd care, but there is a little bit of a personal thing here.
100%. I just spit my drink everywhere. Yeah, 100%.
So what if we all had dinner together and Tracy was there with your wives? Would that be awkward to it, knowing that you guys... Then
no.
It just matters. Like it might.
Is he like?
Am I talking about? Like, is there? I'm in the.
I'll have the clams. I'll have the hamburger.
Yeah. Like if you knew someone was looking at it actively, and that wasn't just a show thing. Like if I go to log on and Butler's already logged in, it's like my Netflix account. I'm like, who's fucking looking at my Netflix?
Before you activate, you must unlog one account member. And you're like, oh,
and then I'm looking at
How long do you give him? Do you text him and go, 2 minutes, bro?
I see that you only watch half the Queen's Gambit. know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it works. Can you see what they're looking at?
No.
I'm afraid
It's
now.
like with my wife. I have to clear my Netflix history.
Yeah.
She's like, you were looking at dirty anime. I was like, I was getting creative. I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
I
get
think
the hell out of
now
here.
we can get out of here.
There we go.
TomandDan.com for all things Tom and Dan. For those of you that joined us live on Twitch, thank you. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. If you're on the YouTube, you can get a replay of this and every show we do Monday through Friday. Just search Tom and Dan Live. Thanks to your lovely girlfriend, Tracy, for being such a good sport and letting us be stupid. What else do I need to plug? Thanks to Sam. Hope she is having a good time on her trip.
If you could be a BDM, it helps us out a lot.
It does, yeah.
I know you don't
really
get.
does.
It really is hard.
It's not
It's
as
hard
good
to
as
tell
OnlyFans.
now. No, not even.
If we started like, just a little here and a little there, would it, I don't think it would hurt the show.
It's like OnlyFans, but with bearded fatzos.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's not. You don't want
not
that.
as good.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I can't publish that. It's mediocre.